Bang, bang, Niner gang. What is going on, faithfuls? It's your boy, Nick, Nothing But Niners, and we are back again to bring you another fun-filled episode here on the Nothing But Niners YouTube page. We're going to talk some Niners, Rams tonight. We're also going to bring in some fans, so if you guys want to come in, talk for, quick 3-5 minutes, whatever, get your fame, your glory, whatever you want to do, let me know in the chat. Hit me up. I'll send you over the link. So with all that being said, I know, guys, it's early. It's 4:45 here on the East Coast, so that means it is 1:45 on the West Coast if you're just watching. I know a lot of people are still out doing that last-minute Christmas shopping, myself included. I just got back. So anyway, going to have a couple guests tonight. Wayne is here. Mike is going to be here. Going to see who else wants to jump in and join us. But before all that, guys, I know you guys hate it, but we got to go through the formalities. So if this is your first time here on the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Bang, bang, right there. Hit that like and subscribe button. You can also follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're following us on Facebook right now, watching us live on Facebook, please make sure you go into the description, hit the StreamYard link, and allow them to know, to see who you are, so we can see who comments in our section. You can also follow us on Twitter and Snapchat. I have not been on the Snapchat as much as normal, but I will get back onto that, guys. I apologize, but that is Twitter and Snapchat is Nothing But 9ERS. And if you forgot any of those things, you can check out our main website, www.nothingbutniners.com, where you find everything that we do, all of our social media avenues, all of our platforms, all of the guys who are part of the NBN crew, as well as a Facebook page or a fan page dedicated just to you guys. So if you want to send in anything to us, pictures, whatever it may be, you guys wearing your Niners gear, game day attire, whatever it is, anything Niners related, send it in to us. And that email is nb9ers@nothingbutniners.com. Also, if you are listening to us on our podcast, we have that on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all podcast apps, whatever apps you guys need to look for, you can find that out there as well. Like I said, you can see all that at our www.nothingbutniners.com. So without further ado, let me get my homie up in here, the hype man, the one and only, the at Wayne Breezy. What is going on, baby?
Hey, bang, bang, Niner gang. Hey, I said bang, bang, Niner gang. What's good, baby? How you doing, man? You ready to talk football, baby? It's been a minute, man.
It has been a minute. I haven't been able to jump on here. I've been dealing with some things, situations and stuff like that. Obviously, it's the holidays, got a lot going on. So, before we start the show, guys, man, I want to send out a heartfelt message to the brother of CJ Beathard, man. An unlikely tragedy, obviously, that happened with him in Tennessee and two other gentlemen. I know one other passed as well, along with CJ's brother. 22 years old, was attacked and stabbed, who lost his life. So my condolences to the CJ Beathard, his family, and everybody in the Beathard family, as well as friends and family. It's always hard losing somebody, but obviously around the holidays is a lot worse. So RIP to him, man, and much respect to that family, and I hope everybody pulls through on that. So Wayne.
Yeah, man.
We just talked about it. It's a heartfelt moment, with what's going on with that. A lot of people here with the holidays, holidays bring a lot of people up. Also, holidays bring a lot of people down, depending on who you are with, family members, losing family members, things like that. But, last year around Christmas, I wasn't this excited about the Niners, right? It was just like, oh, the Niners are on TV, So to talk about the Niners today, is just, I'm ecstatic about being able to talk about the Niners, obviously, with us doing well as well. I want to dig into this game. I know Mike's going to be joining us in a little bit. Like I said, guys, if you guys want to join in, just let me know a email address in the chat. And if I don't see it the first time, if I acknowledge it, I'll bring it up and say, hey, I'm going to send you an email. I'll put it up on the screen so that you notice that I'm going to do that. And I'll send you guys over a link as well. So, Wayne, man, let's get into this game a little bit. Last week was a lackluster loss, right? We just didn't play up to our potential. We've talked about it.
All it was.
See that, you can go back to our old YouTube pages or on our YouTube page and look at the old videos. Mike and Tony were on last night talking as well, or yesterday morning, I should say. Myself, we've done the overreaction shows on those. And what are your thoughts heading into this, holiday weekend, Saturday night game, prime time? How do you think this team's going to come out? Do you think we're going to come out the way that we came out against Atlanta, or do you think that as George Kittle per se would say, "Oh, I hope this lights a fire under our ass," So,
the Niners are coming out all fire, guys. I mean, it's common sense. All right. So what they did last week was they laid an egg. All right, let's just call it like it is. I know people want to say it was a trap game. Well, it didn't necessarily trap us. What it did do was it did ignite a fire. And when your star player comes out in this presser and says that, then you best believe that fire has been ignited from the time that they walked off that field. Because if you watch that game, we still should have won that game. Matter of fact, all three of those losses, we still should have won. We just didn't come out victorious in the end, correct? All right, so tonight, being that it's prime time, I think the 49ers lost one prime time game this season all year, right? That was that little missed field goal and overtime kick, right? Well, it's not going to happen this week. I think, I know Mike's not on the show. Mike brought up something to my attention. He said every time we lost a game, we came out and dropped like the biggest scoring game output. That I'm going to tell y'all right now, I said it on my Twitter early, expect Kyle Shanahan to game plan for 50 points. I'm not saying we get 50. He's going to game plan for 50, which means that is what that offense and that defense is going to do. Now, I know our numbers are lower on defense. We haven't been able to rush the pass. We haven't been able to rush. Our rushing is down. We're like last, and since week 9 in the NFL, like we've been just going downward. And a lot of that, guys, is due to injury, and some of it is due to attrition. Like guys are just getting tired. A long season. We had the early bye. This is the game where you're going to see the 49ers control the clock. You're going to see the 49ers dictate what the Rams do. That's the one thing. Just watch. Just watch the coaching be on 100 the whole game. And I'm talking from the kickoff return, punt return. Like even Mitch has been awkward lately. Even he hasn't been punting the ball like he used to, right? I'm telling you, attrition has been kicking in. Last week they laid an egg against the Falcons. They thought they can go out there with very minimal game plan, very minimum of energy, of whatever, because the Falcons just aren't contending for anything. But those boys came out and played hard, smacked in the mouth, lit the fire that George Kittle described in his presser, and you best believe tonight that fire is lit. And don't be surprised if Kyle Shanahan takes the ball and runs and drives down the field for 7 points. And I know I'm saying Kyle Shanahan, Kyle. It's because this is going to be a masterpiece game. Everybody's been getting on Kyle Shanahan. Kyle has had to own up to his discrepancies, to his inconsistency in play calling. He's owned up to it. He said, my bad. He said that. And now a lot of y'all been saying that was the wrong call. Okay. But he's owned up to it. So expect right calls tonight. Expect the fans to see stuff we've never seen before. It's going to be one of those games. Why? NFC West, got to win. If we win, we control our destiny. Just watch. Tune in tonight, 8 p.m., and the masterpiece will start. I can guarantee that. Sip my tea.
I was just about to bring Mike in, and for some odd reason, he disappeared. So, guys, look, the message is up here. If you guys want to join us, just send me an email, and then I'll shoot you the link when I'm ready to bring you in. That's nick@nothingbutniners.com. Very simple, nick@nothingbutniners.com. Send that email over, and I will go ahead and send you guys the link. Just so it's a lot easier, I can see who I sent the link to, and I don't have to type in your address. I can just respond with the email. So if that's your thing. So I see Mike is back out here now. So let me bring him in. What is going on, homie?
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? This is I'm traveling over to another faithful's house, so I'm trying to be quiet and be respectful. But You don't want to show up any place empty-handed. So I got to grab something to drink or whatever, bring over there and be nice. And I'm ready to watch the Niners kick some butt. I was in here earlier. I saw Wayne talking about what the Niners do after the loss, and they get busy, man. We've lost 3 times. This will be our 3rd game immediately following a loss. But the previous times we've averaged putting up 42 points. The Niners get busy, man. They get busy after a loss, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it happen today. I think the guys come out there on fire. And like I said, it's time to start seeing what we're going to do in the playoffs. We're going to start running some new plays, some stuff that we haven't seen before. Not quite like what we saw against the Saints, I don't think. It's not going to be necessary to go all out like that. But definitely going to see some more work getting done. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, I was talking earlier, we came out, like Wayne was saying, we came out earlier in the Atlanta game, kind of lackluster, whatever you want to call it, holding back, lackluster, lack of execution, whatever it may be. And, I don't feel that we're going to see that this week. I feel that, like George Kittle said, that there's, that fire, we got to come out with we have a fire lit under us. You know what I mean? And I really feel that this team knows that. They know they control their own destiny. And even with a loss today, obviously it's going to hurt us more, but there's still a chance that, obviously we can still do other things. Obviously, if we lose today, we would have to have hope Seattle will lose to still get that number 1 seed. But we're still in that 1 through 5, 6 seed type of play. So with that being said, I got a couple people sending some emails in. I'm going to get to you guys once I want to bring you in. I did send Caleb an email back. You guys don't need anything to join. It is a web-based program. So if you just click the link, allow everything to go through, then you will be able to see, be able to come in, and we'll bring you in once it's ready time to talk. Now, we're going to only open this segment up for 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to let you guys get your point across, say what you're going to say, then us, myself, Wayne, and Mike will discuss what you talked about and keep it going just so we can keep getting guys on. We're not going to stay on much longer. I want to hear your thoughts, your concerns heading into this game. And in between, we'll just talk about the team. So with that being said, before Caleb joins in here, Mike, I'm going to go with you first. And I know you're out right now, so I want to go with you first. But what is your biggest fear that can happen tonight in this game? I was going to say tomorrow. What is your biggest fear going into tonight? As in, what would be the biggest thing that you feel that these Niners can do and actually slip up and lose this football game?
I think the biggest thing that we have to worry about tonight is complacency. You don't want to see the guys come out flat. You don't want to see them come out overconfident either. You do want to see them be confident, but you don't want them to see them be a little too much, These guys are going to come out here, and they know that the game is on the line. They know that playoff seeding is on the line, and so they have to play things the right way. You want to see them come out here and execute, not a lot of drop passes and things like that. And I think that the drop passes come from overthinking, when they go out there and they are trying to run before they catch the ball and things like that. They got to get back to the basics. Don't overdo things. Catch the ball, then run your routes afterwards, or look for the yards after catch afterwards. That Shanahan and Jimmy's placements are going to put you in the best position where you can go ahead and make plays after the catch. So don't sit there and try to do it before you catch the ball. Look in the passes, bring them in, and then you go out there that way. I'm not going to touch on the defense yet because I imagine other people are going to want to say something about it. But that's my biggest concern right there is the execution on the offensive side of the ball, along with the run game. But I'll talk about that later on also.
All right. All right. So Wayne, what are your thoughts on your biggest fear? What do you think the biggest fear is heading into tonight's game?
I think my biggest fear, other than the execution, which was a really good one, they have to find a way to limit the mental mistakes. Sometimes they can get big plays, big drives, and then they'll get a mental mistake, and they'll get down to the goal line and get 1st and 20, and now they're 20 yards back out. And then it's so much harder to get that ball back in the end zone on a 1st and 20. I know it's crazy because they get another 4 chances, but they got to limit those mental mistakes. With the offensive line has to play stellar. They have to play sound football. They have to play their assignments. I know we're focusing on the offensive side because that's where our points are going to generate from. We know what our weaknesses are on the defense, but from the offensive perspective, those guys can't get holding calls. Okay, they cannot afford to get a holding call in a big game like this. Those mental mistakes, I know they're going to happen, But those are mental mistakes. They have to be limited as much as possible. I know guys hold, and I'm not even just talking about the offensive lineman. I'm talking about like we got a big a wide receiver hold on a 13-yard run, or a block in the back, or those little things that can be limited, that can be mannered in a certain way. They got to find a way to limit those because we cannot crush scoring drives, and then we have to execute in the red zone. Okay, we cannot get to the red zone, kick 3 points. We just can't. Not tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with everything that you guys said. I do have a guest here now, so I'm going to bring him in real quick, let him introduce himself and things like that, and then we'll keep moving on with the next on things that we got going on here. So, what's going on, boss?
Not much, man. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's good, family? Happy holidays, man.
Same to you, man. I'm on the East Coast, man. So, I'm just watching the Bills game, Patriots game for right now. Man, my opinion on this, man, we just need to come out attacking the ball, man. Get that offense going, get most of the ball, feed him all game, man. Target Kittle, make sure we convert on them third downs, man. The mistakes cannot happen tonight, man. We have to limit the penalties. Just basically open the playbook for the night, man. We gotta win this game, man. It's that simple. Got to.
So you said you're on the East Coast. Where are you at on the East Coast?
I'm located in Hampton, Virginia.
Okay. Nice. All of us are East Coast boys as well. If you watch our show, Wayne's in Connecticut, Mike is in PA, New Jersey, and I'm in Jersey as well. So,
okay.
Welcome to the show, man. Just let everybody know what your name is, and if you have any social media things, and then give me one point you'd like us to talk about, and then we'll talk about that as well, and then we'll go ahead and jump up out of here.
Well, I'm Caleb, like I introduced to the first time. If y'all follow me on Instagram, one of my Niners page is Niner Wire. That's what it's called. It's called Niner. I usually post daily content, every day if I get the chance. So you said you want me to what you game and stuff?
Yeah. So just give us something that you want to hear what our opinion is about this upcoming game. So like just ask us a question, then we'll just
definitely like how do y'all feel like, all right, the way we played against the Falcons, it was mighty weird. Like it was extremely weird. Like the playbook, like it was basically Julio versus but the momentum is going. He basically he's putting mad points in the funny thing. Like, would y'all figure like something is up? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I do. And but we take your call. Your question. Look, man, last week I said it again. Last week wasn't a fluke. Last week was more one of those games where, all right, guys, if we go out here and we win this game, we win it. And if we don't win it, guess what? We got 2 more chances. It was one of those type of games. I'm not saying that they weren't mentally prepared or prepared. They just came out to play football, like straight up, like on some backyard football joint. Yo, guys, you want to play ball? Yeah, let's go out there, man. We could run these cats. Yo, we better than them. That's what happened. Well, they ended up getting beat by missing, right? And with that is what caused that fluke. I think tonight, Caleb, you're going to get that game plan. Like, you're not going to know what plays Kyle's going to run, but you will be definitely happy when you see these plays converted, especially what you said on third down. We were struggling on third down last week. Well, that's never really happened all year, right? Jimmy was off last week. The line was weird. Like, everything was weird. Just tune in tonight so you can write all the good stuff that you've been wanting to write about last week. You'll be able to write it about tonight. I can promise you that.
Yeah, and Caleb, really appreciate you jumping on the show there. And guys, like you said, give him a follow on Instagram. It's Niners Wire. He said he has daily content over there as well. We always show all of our love to all of our fellow faithful and the Niners fans. So, Mike, did you hear what he was saying?
No, I came in on the very tail end of it. I was trying to get the GPS and everything set up in the car, so I missed a lot of what he was saying. If you guys want to fill me in, sorry, I don't like to do that, but
Yeah, no worries. We'll just jump on. I see Dre is in here now, So I'm gonna bring Dre in real quick. What's going on, Dre?
Yo, hold on. Let me step out. I'm at my son's basketball game.
Dre, always
Talking
my man.
on a sports podcast.
Trey, we
Yo,
can't
my
hear
bad,
you,
my
baby.
bad. My bad, bro. I'm at my son's basketball game, bro. But we up by 33, so it don't matter anyways.
look.
Can you hear me now?
33.
Dre always got some background noise going on. Always.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I was at my son. I'm at my son's basketball game.
He don't know it.
You're good, boss. You're good. You're good. No.
I'm good.
Yeah. So what's going on, man?
You can hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Can you hear us?
All right. Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little bit choppy. This game, man, I'm really not too much concerned about what happened last week in Atlanta. We all know great teams have just have one of those days as to where things just don't go your way. Like we.
Looks like we lost Dre there. I think we lost Dre on that one, fellas. I don't know if his reception is bad or if it's something on our end, but I really want to know what he had to say.
Hold on one second. There he is. He's back. He's back. There we go.
Yeah. That's my fault, bro. I'm in this basketball gym right now, but as like I was saying, bro, I really don't look too much into the Atlanta game. We all know that. Yeah. We good?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, go ahead, Dre. We got you. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm really not reading into the Atlanta game. All great teams, they have a bad game. I think it was one of those games where we wanted to make it out healthy. Kyle Shanahan really didn't Kyle Shanahan really didn't dig into the playbook like that. Hey, Mike, I'm having a messed up. Nick and Mike, I'm having a messed up playback. I'm hearing myself repeat all my sentences.
You're loud and clear with us. We're only hearing it once, so that's kind of
okay. All right. Yeah, it's weird. But this week, man, I'm just looking for us to go out and make sure that we take care of the edges. The first game that we played against the Rams, we did not play against Clay Matthews. Yeah, it's weird. So this is crazy, bro. Hey, can I go out and come back in real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'll bring in our next guest and then I'll bring you back in. So, all right, got some technical difficulties on Dre's side over there. Mike, can you hear us good? You got us loud and clear? All right. So next guest is Sean. Looks like Sean. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? I appreciate y'all's show, man. I'm a diehard Niner fan. I be tuned in to y'all's show. And basically what I want to say is when our center went down, it scared the organization. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of faith in our team. But these injuries has been taking a toll, man, to where I think these last few games, he's just like, let's just get out of here healthy. Let's just get out of here healthy and see what we can do in the playoffs. Because if we go in here and we win the last two games and we have the number 1 seed and then we have a game to where it's looked like we missing a lot of people, then it's just like, what's the point of that? So we just need to get healthy, man. And another thing I'm going to say, if they do let us get to this Super Bowl, it's over for these next few years because all the players we have hurt from Blair to Moore to that defensive line to come on, man. So they better not let us get to this bowl. That's all I got to say, man. But yeah, these injuries is taking a toll. I feel the playoffs to really open up Jimmy G. But yeah, we have nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all want to win these last 2 games, but the playoffs is a bigger picture, man.
It's just a matter of and I'll let other people talk on this as well, but the injuries are definitely a concern for us because obviously we've seen a big difference with the 5 guys out last week. Obviously, we're getting this week we're getting K'Wan, the Shark Williams back. We're also getting Richard Sherman back, which I think will help with that communication end in that secondary and that back end of the defense. Wayne, what are your thoughts going into these next few weeks with the injuries that we have right now, and obviously some of the players coming back, and then we'll let Mike answer after that.
Yeah, man, I've been saying it all along. Like, guys, we're in the mother freaking playoffs, yo. Like, no matter what you say, no matter whether we won 5, 6, we're in the playoffs. 1 through 6, we in there. The point is, we're in there. I'm with Sean. Like, I just want to be in the playoffs. I think the 49ers play better on the road than they do at home. I know it's crazy, but I've been scared at home. I've shit my pants at home. I was at that game where we were shitting our pants. So, with that being said, I like the fact that they need to find a way, because their bye was so early in the season, right? They do need to find a way to recoup on some of these injuries. And I think that Atlanta game was one of those games where they definitely tried, right? They let's look at that. They could have came out of that game victorious. We all know had Kittle not fumbled that ball, that game was over. It's like we always criticize Kyle Shanahan for his game planning, because it's weird when he's not doing the magical plays, but he's always put in the position to win the game. Like, every game that we lost, we should have won. It's just it didn't turn out that way, and it looks like Kyle sucks at game management, clock management, which he does throw a little bit. He get it, but you're right, Sean. Like, look, these injuries are taking a toll on us, and the one injury that I'm glad that is not coming back until playoff time is D Ford. Because when he comes back, I know he seems counterproductive. I know it doesn't look like he's producing on the field. Let me tell you something. When he's in that game, Nick Bosa has a fierce game every single time when he's on the other side. So he's going to be back healthy. We want to win these games for sure. That's why the secondary is back. Because it's too much miscommunication in that secondary just because of youth. With Sherman and Shark Williams being back there, expect that to go bye-bye and expect us to come back, on top, especially with that defense. The run defense was good last week. Expect it to be good this week. I'm with you, man. Injuries are great. I'm at the point where I don't care where they place. Do I want with the first seed? Absolutely. I want to go to at least one home game, playoff game. But if we don't,
I'm just like, if the IR just the amount of people getting on IR is just crazy. Like, come on. Like, I don't know if I've seen this before with the linebacker. Come on. Like, are you serious?
We've seen it before. It was just so early in the season, and we weren't that great. So we didn't really pay as much of attention. Now that we have the chance to compete for the Lombardi, it's like, damn, these IRs is killing us. Like, I mean, we started off the season with guys on the IR. I mean, guys that are detrimental to this team. Trent Taylor. Like, can you imagine him in this offense and what his role is supposed to be? Like, man, look, man. We going to be all right, bro. I can tell you that right now. And we coming out victorious. I can tell you that, too.
Mike, that's what I'm saying. They better hope we don't get to these playoffs this year.
Yeah. And, Mike, what are your thoughts going into the rest of the season with getting some of these injuries back and things like that?
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts with that. One thing I'm going to say that's probably sounds counterproductive, but I'm glad the injuries happened when they did. We're going to get a lot of these injuries out of the way now, and these guys are going to come back healthy and ready for the playoffs or the postseason. I was listening to a radio show, and they were talking about the injuries that the Niners were having, or it was a TV show, not the radio show. I'm sorry, and they were talking about the injuries that the Niners have, and I was listening to it, and I'm going to be honest with you, man. It kind of felt like people were already making excuses as to why the Niners aren't going to do good in the playoffs. I'm not accusing anybody on this panel of doing that. I'm not even accusing myself, because I've talked about the injuries. But it's like, look, man, we've been overcoming injuries all year. The team that we're going to get there with, the team that we're going to go through this with. And so we gotta be ready, man. Look, I don't care if it's DJ Reed. I don't care if it's Marcel Harris. These guys got to go out there and they got to perform. And I'm expecting big things from the Niners in the postseason. We got to finish strong too, not just in the regular season. You use these games as practice to get ready for the postseason. You know what I mean? Like that's what these games are all about. I know we're there. We're at the dance now. We got something to play for. We got a little bit of incentive there. And Shanahan has to draw that out of these guys. We can't sit here and say, oh, well, if this guy was here, we would have done this. If this guy was there, we would have done that. And I think the time for excuses is done. I don't want to hear this fan base talking out of a place of fear. The teams that are playing us should be in fear of the 49ers. That's the way I feel about it. Not the other way around. I don't care about these injuries and all that stuff. And look, every team is banged up, man. Everybody's banged up. Everybody's missing people. That's not going to stop the playoffs from happening. We got to get there and we got to show up. We have to represent well. And that's my thoughts on it all.
Bang, pop the collar on that.
Sounds good. Woo! Yeah, Breezy the Pimp. He's out there. Cali Bill talking about.
Yeah, I got full faith, man. I really think we're gonna make it to the bowl. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the amount of starters is just
you know
like,
what though.
Damn.
And Sean, that's been one of the biggest things that the Niners have overcame this year in adversity. Is we were down two left tackle, a left tackle and a right tackle. We were down a fullback. We were down a receiver. We were down corners, and obviously. We were down George Kittle for a few games. And obviously, when we were down a few guys, we won some games, but we also lost a few games that were close where defenders or players that were in could have made a difference, right? But for me, like Mike said, I'm kind of on the train with Mike right now, as in I'm not worried about who we have to play. They have to come play us. We control our own destiny, whether it's home or away. Obviously, it'll be better for Levi Stadium to have a home game and these fans, as well as the team, to play in home and have everything come through there. But like Wayne said, I think these guys.
Yeah, I think we play better on the road. Yeah, we road warriors.
They definitely played really well on the road, as well at home. So to sum up what you were asking and talking about is, I don't think we need to be worried so much about the injuries right now. The week 4 early bye really hurt us because obviously we don't have that time to heal and get better, and I think that's why. To me, I'd rather have that first round bye is get these guys, acclimated and healthy and ready to go for that playoff push. But there's one thing you got to remember. The New York Giants went in at a horrible record into the playoffs, and because they won their division, or they might even got a wild card that year. And
it was a wild card.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
We got to look at it this way. You start in the playoffs, it's a different beast. The regular season's over. Everybody's 0-0. You got to get as many advantages as you possibly can, whether it's the 1, 2, 3, whatever seed it is. You still got to play football, and you got to play at an extra level. You can't just play at the same level you were playing all season, in my opinion. You got to take it to that next step because every team is going to take that next step. So injuries right now, to me, really not a big concern. I feel like we've overcame a lot of adversity with that. I feel like if these guys were staying in there, some of these injured players that weren't out last week but are in this week, let's say Richard Sherman was still down, these guys would have adapted to what they needed to do. They got a 1-week game plan to get ready. The communication wasn't there, but the longer they stay in there, the communication is going to get better. The things are going to get better. The team's going to play for each other the way that it is. And that's pretty much all I got on that. Sean, if you want to give me a quick prediction real quick, and then we'll hop off here and bring Dre back in because I see he's waiting there. Give me a quick prediction of what you think happens tonight.
I think we win 27-14.
27-14. Sounds good to me.
Our defense is back to where they only giving up 14 points, and the offense is scoring damn near 30. That's normal. That's what I'm talking about.
Just because they pissed off. You heard it. Everybody mad. They was mad last week.
Yeah, and that's
they were mad.
Here, so, if you have any, before you get out of here, if you have any social media avenues or anything you want Niners fans to follow you on, you can give that now. Where you're from, whatever, and then we'll hop up out of here and bring the next guest in.
Okay, yeah, I'm from Oakland. I had moved to the Bronx about 4 years ago, but I'm on IG on the official SPZ IG. I do a little music. That's why my IG is that like that. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all's show, man. It's fire, man. Y'all keep me tuned in. I've got the little notification when y'all pop up. It's all good, man. All y'all, man. The click, boom, Mike. I'm tuned into all that, man. I like all that, man.
I
appreciate y'all.
What is your username in our chat? Like on the YouTube.
I did it real quick.
No. When you're commenting on if you're commenting in our chat watching our show, what is your YouTube username?
Oh, I got so many. I forgot. I think it's Drip Money or something like that.
Okay. Well, just so I know that when we see you in there, we know who it is. Put a face to the name. So,
okay, yeah, man. Y'all got a hot show, man. Keep me lit, man. All the Niners fans should tune into this show right here, man. If you don't know what's going on, man.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate all the love, the support from all of our faithful. And Sean, man, it was a pleasure. If we don't speak again, man, have a great Christmas holiday, whatever you guys celebrate. So appreciate you, and thanks for jumping in, man.
Likewise, man. Let's go, Niners. Let's go, Jimmy G.
Let's go, baby. All right, guys, that was Sean. So I see Mike is a lot darker right now. So
I got to go get my family, but we keep going.
Yeah. No, you good. So, all right, let's see. I think Dre is back in here now. Hopefully we got him back. And there he is, I believe so. Dre, what up?
Let's go.
Yo.
Can you hear us?
There goes
Yeah, I can hear
Dre.
you, bro. Yeah, bro. I was at my son's basketball game, and I finally realized that I could use my girl's network to log on to Wi-Fi. So I'm here, bro.
No worries, man.
So this week, what I'm looking at is when we played the Rams the first time, we didn't have to see Clay Matthews. Now we know that Clay Matthews, if he has to be a pass defender or a run defender, he is shit. Okay.
Oh, we lost everybody. We lost Mike. We lost Breezy. We lost everybody. That was weird. Everybody, there's Breezy back.
My bad. I had to text the wife.
There's Dre back.
Yeah, bro. I keep on getting kicked out, guys. I'm doing my best, but like I was saying, Clay Matthews cannot cover a tight end to save his life. He's horrible at run stops. He misses a lot of tackles, but he is good coming off the edge. And so I'm curious to see if him coming off the edge takes our running back out of the passing game, because I think having our running back in the passing game will be very important this week. I don't like Jalen Ramsey personally, but he's a damn good player. So I know pretty much Kyle Shanahan might not test him that much. But another thing about Jalen Ramsey is when he guards the tight end, he's been getting dominated. So hopefully they try to stick Jalen Ramsey on Kittle so E-Man and Debo can get their work done. Also, Troy Hill is out. I think he had an operation on his hand, but it's still going to keep him out this week. So that means we're gonna have another guy that's open. You know what I mean?
They got a rookie covering. They got a rookie.
Yeah, if you go back to the years that we played when Jalen Ramsey was on Jacksonville, Jalen Ramsey was the guy who was on George Kittle. So we'll see if they do that again this year and open everything else up. So that's a good point to look forward to watching tonight, Dre. Is to see who is covering George Kittle. And how much does that open up Debo Samuel or, Emmanuel Sanders as well?
Yeah. And the only other thing that I'm going to look forward to seeing is how.
Yeah, you got booted again for some.
Dre got booted. I'll be out in the hallway. He got booted.
There he goes up. I'll bring him back in. There you go. Service must be crazy out there, man.
It's bad out here. I'm also looking for a storm out here where it's going to drop 4 to 5 inches of rain in the next 2 days. So it's pretty bad. And there's only one other thing that I'm looking at that concerns me, and that's it. That is how Mike Person bounces back against Aaron Donald. We know that Grady Jarrett is a Pro Bowler, and he caused Mike Person to allow 5 QB hurries and a sack, and that's pretty damn big. The thing about Grady Jarrett is he's a way bigger body than Aaron Donald, and so he creates a different type of problem than Aaron Donald does. So I'm going to look forward to see how Mike Person bounces back and to see if we can keep him to at least 1 sack. Because last game we played against the Rams, we kept him to 1 sack, and that's pretty all you heard of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got a lot of pressure on Jimmy, but he only had 1 sack. So I think if we could hold Aaron Donald to under, let's say 2 sacks, because I like Ben Garland. He had an awesome game last week. I think it was more Joe Staley in person that had bad games. But this week, if we can hold Aaron Donald to two sacks or less, if we could rush the ball for 140 yards or more, and if we can keep the ball and have no turnovers, I think that we win this game. And that's just it. I think we win this game. I think we minimized them sending Clay Matthews off the edge. If we run the ball, also it's going to open up our play action pass. last week, do you guys know we only had 5 play action
Yep.
pass
There's
plays?
only five
Kyle
total play action passes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
it
Kyle
wasn't in the game
averages,
plan, guys. It wasn't in the
yeah,
game plan.
bro. Yeah, Kyle averages 14 play action passes a game. So you could kind of tell that this was a gimme game. Let's go in there, let's make it out healthy. We're gonna do the least possible to make it to try to win this game. I'm not gonna dig into no bags of tricks. We're gonna run a play scheme of about 25 plays, and there's gonna be 2 to 3 different variations of these 25 plays, and that's it. If we can't get it done, we can't get it done. So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys always allowing the fans to have an interaction, man. This is a great platform. I've been supporting you guys for a long time, bro. And let's look to rebound this week and go in here and handle our business. I don't give a damn if we win by 2, 3 points or 21, bro. Let's just go get the win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the point I'm at today. Is look, I don't care if we stretch by a point. A win is a win right now.
A win is a win.
Yeah. But I also want to be able to start getting. I said it earlier in the year, and we've talked about this with Mike, and I was like, look, I don't want to go undefeated, when we were undefeated, and I don't want to be resting players week 16. I said in the beginning of the year that this year the Rams would finish third in the division, the Niners in Seattle would come down to the last game in Seattle, and that's what the way it is right now. And the reason that I like it that way is because you're putting your back against the wall and you're betting on yourself, as Richard Sherman would say. You're betting on yourself. You're going to get whatever the season may hold. I said we would be 11-5. Obviously, I was off of that. I said 10 and 6, 11 or 5, win the division in the last week in the season. Obviously, I was off of that. But what this does is this allows you, A, put your back against the wall. B, the loss last week is going to light a fire under your ass and say, we can't play the way that we played, even with a vanilla offense or whatever it may be. The tackling needs to get better. Just the communication needs to get better. If we want to win a Super Bowl, we need to be perfect in all 3 phases. And it lights that fire under our ass. You lost against the Ravens. You lost against the Seahawks, which leaves you a sour taste in your mouth for week 17.
Right.
You can't let the Rams beat you the way they're playing right now. And this is motivation for me as a fan. And even if I was a player, last week's loss is a motivation for me. We cannot play like this, or we're not going much further.
Hold up, yo.
So
hold up.
Most definitely. And the last time we dealt with the death in the family, we went into New Orleans and got that ass. And I know that these guys are going to be emotionally pumped up for the nonsense, the senseless violence that happened to C.J. Beathard's brother, man. This stuff is starting to get out of hand. So I know those guys are going to play with a heavy heart today,
Yeah.
Hey,
Wayne, go ahead. You were going to say something. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Listen, man, the Rams got their behinds handed to them last week on national TV. All right, I'm not worried about Rams. I'm not. I'm just not. I will say this. They need to stop Higbee. That's it. Gurley's done. Goff, I'm not worried about. It's their tight end. Those are the guys that we struggle against since before the Baltimore game. The week before the Baltimore game, we have been struggling with tight ends, covering tight ends. They're running up the seams, catching balls, jumping balls. It's just like that's our issue. And it's probably because due to the injury of Tart, right? Once Tart went down, covering the tight ends was a little hard, mismatch, blah, 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 whatever. They get out physical when it comes to the ball. Look, man, I know you said that you talked about Aaron Donald. I wanted to touch on that. They found a way to contain Aaron Donald to 1 sack. He's going to get pressure. He is the greatest defensive player in the league. He is going to continue to be that until he probably starts to slow down. Aaron Donald is going to get pressure. But we game plan to that. We find ways to chip him, to get him, to stop him, to limit what it is he can do. You can't stop him. You can limit him. Hearsay. Our offensive line will do good at that. And the reason why is they don't have the edges. They don't have, they got Clay Matthews back. That's his specialty. He gets to the pass. He's a pass rusher. Yeah, but come on. We'll fight. Clay Matthews is going to have to cover. This is where Kyle comes in and he throws the game plan at McVay. Okay, that's with Clay. All right, I'm going to put Kittle out here and let's see who's going to cover. Oh, you're going to put a linebacker on him? Oh, no problem, Kittle. Go ahead and catch this ball, for 10 yards and take it for 50 yards. It's the game plan that you guys have wanted to see all year long. It's going to start, and it's against your rival.
these are you always want to beat your rivals. If you lose to another team in the AFC, if you lose to a team in the NFC that's not in the West, you'd be like, all right, man, we lost, but dang, it sucks, but we can move on. We won't see them again. It's the rivals you want to beat. These are the bragging right games. This game right here, we got the bag on them. We beat them already. Yeah, they're going to come out and try to throw some tricks we haven't seen, but guess what? We're going to counter those tricks because that's what we just. Guys, don't worry about the defense. There's going to be some plays. They're going to give up big plays. I'm okay with that. I've accepted a big play. It's been don't break. That's that type of defense that we have. As long as we stop them in the red zone, as long as we limit 7-3, that's what we're going to be looking to be doing when it comes to these games. And guys, why are we worried about Jared Goff? Like, he's not that great. He's not Matt Ryan, guys. He's not. He's not Matt Ryan. He's not Russell Wilson. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's Jared Goff. And yeah, last year he played well enough to get his team to the Super Bowl where he could not be good enough to beat Tom Brady's team. But my point is, we're going to game plan for Jared Goff. We're going to find a way to get to him. We're going, whether it's blitz scheme, whether it's rushing for, they're going to find a way to get to Jared Goff. You get to Jared Goff, you take that part, that nucleus out of their offense, then they're not going to be able to run the ball. They're not going to be able to pass the ball. There won't be a Robert Woods. There won't be a Cooper Kupp. These are the things that Kyle is good at finding ways to do to limit. Sailor's good at finding ways to limit that stuff. So I'm not downplaying who we're playing this week. I'm just saying we're much better because we have to. We have in the mouth. Because when we lost last week, that's what they were doing to us. Oh, the 49ers aren't that great. Look, they lost to the Falcons, blah, 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 blah. Okay, don't great. You said it yourself, Dre. Good teams lose sometimes. Or Sean might have said it. Good teams lose time to time. Guys, don't panic. Don't hit the ball. And the way we're in the playoffs. So you got to look at the bright side. That's the bright side. We made it, baby. Now let's go ahead and take our division.
Right. Now, before I see Dre keeps popping in and out for some odd reason every time I try to bring him back in. So I got a couple other guests in here. I'm going to bring Mike in here real quick.
Sorry about that, guys. My bad. I was in the dead zone a while back, and the roads got tight. I didn't want to do anything risky, so I jumped out. And then when I jumped back on just now, I couldn't hear anybody. So
no worries. No worries.
Apologies.
I'm going to bring in I got Symmetry 7 here. Bring him
Symmetry.
What's going on, big dog?
What up, y'all?
What's good, family?
Bang, Niner gang. What's up, bro?
How you doing, fam?
I'm doing well, homie.
Good, man.
Doing well.
Man, appreciate your support, man. You're one of our diehards here, man. You're always in here, so appreciate it.
Man, look, I appreciate everything, all the content you guys bring, all the news you guys bring. I'm all the way up in Toronto, Canada.
You're ready.
So,
Nice. So what are your thoughts heading into this week?
My thoughts heading into this week, I kind of just wanted to kind of touch on the defense and the fact that our defense, for the most part, all year long, our defensive line obviously has been outstanding. And so we're at the point right now where we've, gone through some injuries. Guys are, on IR. Some people are on their way back and things like that. So what I'm saying is, like, for the fans out there, obviously don't panic, but just look for the secondary going forward in the next couple of weeks to start carrying the D-line. Usually in a season like this, usually when you have a great defensive unit, each level is helping each other out and complementing each other out throughout the course of a season. So we saw that. But I'm just saying, like, look for the secondary to start to carry the defensive line, whereas the pass rush was helping out our secondary, for the majority of the season. It's gonna be on the guys like Richard Sherman, Tart when he comes back, Akiela Witherspoon, and obviously Shark Williams when he gets back and healthy. Those guys are gonna be the guys that's gonna help bring this defense back to the level that we know it to be. So I just wanted to touch on that. There's not too much panic if you just pay attention to what's going on. There's going to be a little bit of a shift as far as where the strength of our defense is going to be going forward for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been, and I'm gonna let Mike touch on this a little bit too. If he's not frozen, I think he's still there. Mike, you still got us? All right. I'm gonna let Mike touch on this a little bit too, because I know that he was talking about this before. Where the strength of our defense, like you were saying, was the defensive line. And lately, we were talking about the other night. I think we've only had, what we'd say, 4 sacks, Mike, in the last 4 or 5 weeks we were talking about. And obviously that had a lot to do with D Ford being down, Bosa having to play more snaps, not being as fresh. Obviously Solomon Thomas coming in and playing more, the loss of Ronald Blair, just a lot of different injuries to that defensive line. And I kind of agree with you. I think that, these teams are trying to test our secondary, which is only going to make, in my personal opinion, is only going to make them better and ready for that type of reaction. But Mike, what are your thoughts on what Symmetry was saying? And we'll go from there.
It's a very valid take. And, as he was saying it, I was thinking about that Super Bowl run that we had in 2012. And you remember how ferocious that defense was with Alvin Smith and Justin Smith. And, I don't remember if Ian Williams started the year, but I know Ray McDonald was in there. And these guys were coming out from all over the place. Ahmad Brooks, right? And the defensive line was fierce. And then there was that Justin Smith injury, right? And all of a sudden, the talk shifted. Around this time of the year, too. The talk shifted to Deshaun Goldson and Dante Whitner all of a sudden. You know what I mean? It was like all of a sudden they talked about how hard that secondary was hitting out of nowhere. It was pass rush, run game, pass rush. That's what they thought about when they talked about the 49ers, right? You got to get away from the Smith brothers, Smith & Co. They had all these different signs and all these logos made up for all the games that we were on TV. And then Justin Smith got injured, and all of a sudden, boom, it shifted right to the secondary. And it's a really good point. I think the secondary has been tested. I think that they withstood the time. A lot of people will not talk about it because of when we played these teams, right? But you look at what they did against a team like Tampa Bay. You look at what they did against a team like the Packers. They're not going to speak a lot about it because those teams didn't do a lot against the secondary. Well, now the key pieces of that secondary are the ones that are missing, but they're returning. And so you're going to see it restored now. Now it's going to come back, The defensive line, there's guys that are going for the season. But those guys in the secondary are coming back. And I just got one question for you guys, for both of you guys, Symmetry and Nick. I heard you both say this tonight. When do we start calling Quan Williams Shark? What is that?
I heard I think he was on like one of those one-on-ones with Keanu Martin. He was talking about how like the teammates in the locker room referred to him as the Shark. In the locker room. So that's his team nickname, you know what I mean? So as a fan, I'm just going along with that.
Yeah, he said that he's gotten the nickname also because he does a lot of scuba diving as well.
Okay, yeah.
So he's had that nickname, but he plays, DeForest Buckner came out and said that he plays like a shark, and he eats everything up that's in his way, and he tries to do that, and that was just one of the nicknames that they've been calling him here. It's Kwan the Shark Williams. So that's where I heard it from too. So
yeah.
So
I just want to also add on, Jaquiski Tartt is a big piece that we're missing right now. I think he doesn't get as much credit as he deserves. His versatility. Remember a couple years ago he made that crazy one-handed interception against the Panthers. I think it was week 1. He was playing free safety for the most part in that game. So he's a very versatile defensive back. And without him being in our lineup, it forces us to kind of be a little bit more honest and upfront with some of our coverages. With him back, he's going to allow Robert Saleh to disguise a lot more coverages, and it's going to create more problems for our, the quarterbacks in the postseason. Just want to touch on that.
Yeah,
but I love what y'all doing. I'm going to jump off this right now and get back to watching and being. I
appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, and we'll talk about that as well. But Symmetry, appreciate you, man. Have a great holiday, and
yes,
thanks for jumping on, man.
Salute.
All right, salute, Bodie. All right, so let's see. I want to bring in Steve was up next, so we're gonna bring in Steve real quick. Steve, there we go. Steve, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? First off, I just got right off the jump, dude. I gotta say, I watch the show all the time, and like when it comes to Niners news, it's you guys. Like I'll watch ESPN for everything else that has not to do with 49ers, but when it comes to the 49ers, dude, I check in on everything you guys do. I really appreciate it. It's very informative, and it's very fun to watch y'all like your debates when you get all heated, but it's all in love, dude. I like it.
Yeah, man, Steve, we appreciate that, man. It's much love here. I hate Mike to death, but no, I'm just messing around. But man, that's what it is. It's all about love, man. It's just our show, without any of you guys watching, man, we'd be nothing. So we appreciate you guys, and I know Mike feels the same way as well as Breezy and everybody else on the NBN crew, man. But that hits me that you're checking in with us for any type of Niners news. Mike is always on top of it as well. We got a great team over here, so appreciate that, man. And what's going on with you, man? Anything new?
I mean, I'm just enjoying my Sunday. I was watching the game, but I turned the Patriots game off so I could focus on y'all for a little bit. I'm hoping the Patriots lose because I'm fucking tired of seeing them win. Excuse the language, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I'll keep that under control so we don't get
yeah, so we don't hit that with that kids menu type thing.
We got to keep it PG for the youngins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely do. It's funny that you said you shut the Patriots off because it's better to watch us anyway because we don't cheat. So it's all good.
They some cheating mofos. They're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, dude, they're getting busted, almost getting busted for the same thing they did back in Spygate the first time."
Yeah, it definitely is. So, I'll let you ask what do you think going into this game, man, and we'll emphasize on it. Myself, Mike, and Wayne will talk about it as well. And if you have any social media avenues as well, once you're done asking whatever you want to talk about, put that out there as well.
Absolutely, but for me, I'm a little nervous because our defense has been shaky. I know we got the talent, bro, but we've been getting tested, and I think it's mostly because the key pieces we're missing and some of the quote unquote unsung heroes that we haven't had out there because it's the team symmetry that we're kind of lacking these last couple of games. Because we were on point just a few weeks ago, and we're still a great team. I believe we could go all the way, but it's gonna have to be like it is almost every year when any team goes. A lot of things have to fall our way, so we'll just see.
Yeah, a lot of people, Mike. Steve brings up a good point as everybody on the show is coming out and saying right now is that they're worried about this defense. This defense. You hear it on Good Morning Football. You hear it on First Take. You hear it on Undisputed. Before it was all Jimmy G. But now it's like this defense is stellar. But when the ball has been in their, the offensive side of their hands and the defense has to stop them, they haven't been doing so well with that, right? So what are your thoughts going into to answer Steve's question, and then we'll go to Wayne. But are you as worried about as everybody else with this defense and that chemistry with injuries being the way that they are? And a lot of people are asking about it, and it seems like it's the number one priority that people are worried about now. So what are your guys' thoughts on that? Give that to so Steve knows, and then we'll let Wayne go.
Yeah. No, I don't have many concerns about the defense at all. Thank you. Like Symmetry was just talking about, it's time for the tide to shift a little bit. Good defenses work in tandem with each other, front, back, and middle. I love and trust our middle. I love what our linebackers do and what they bring to the table. I like our defensive line. I love our defensive line. And, lucky for the NFL, they're not all healthy. Lucky for the NFL, we lost a lot of the depth that we have. But you know what? Our starting four is still pretty fierce. When we get D Ford back in the postseason, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right tonight. I believe that we're going to see a different game plan tonight. Robert Saleh is doing this thing now where he's not blitzing, and it's because of the talent that they have in the front four, right? But let's not pretend that the Niners can't blitz. You don't want to blitz because you want them to be successful later on. When it's time to dial it up and he does it, teams aren't going to be prepared for it. They're not going to be reviewing film from 7-8 weeks ago when we were doing it every once in a while, right? Now it's going to be what have they done lately, and we're not blitzing a lot right now. So he also doesn't want to leave those young guys in the secondary exposed, the guys with a very few reps and snaps. So what he's doing now is keeping it very vanilla, making sure that they know their assignments and they can do their jobs to the best of their abilities. They might not be that good at it as a Richard Sherman or Shark Williams or Jaquiski Tart or Jaquiski. I don't know how you properly say it, but they might not be as good as those guys. However, when those guys come back, here come the blitzes also. So now you have sound secondary play. You're going to have good blitzing, and you're going to have a better and healthier defensive line. So it's all going to come together at the right time. The stars are aligning for the faithful, man, and it's an exciting time. We just got to be patient and watch it play out. I promise, it's going to be fun.
Nice, Wayne. What are your thoughts, man? Hold on, you on mute? Nope.
May I jump in and say one more thing? I didn't want to step on anybody's toes, but
no, you're good. Go ahead, Wayne. We can't hear you for some reason. Hop out and then hop back in.
Yeah, no, I was just waiting my turn. But another thing I'm kind of concerned about, and I just wanted to touch on it and see how y'all felt. Like, don't get me wrong, dude. I love how Jimmy's been playing, but sometimes he slips back into those old habits, and I'm like, I see the good Jimmy and I see the bad Jimmy. You know, it's like I just want him to be consistent. Like in that last game against Atlanta, it almost felt like to me there was no other receivers on the field. It was just force feed Kittle, force feed Kittle, force feed Kittle. I mean, you've got Emmanuel Sanders that completely exploded against the Saints, and then it gets like one ball, and they throw them twice.
Right, and then once we get Wayne back in here, I'll let him finish answering about the defense. But I want to talk about that, Mike. Is inconsistency. We've seen it with Jimmy Garoppolo all year long, right? You see a really good game, and then you see not a piss poor game, but half the effort type of game. And it's not that he's not giving the effort, but we talked about this on the last show. Is I didn't think they personally were just force feeding George Kittle. I think he was a lot to do with what they were game planning. But I think that George Kittle, in my personal opinion, was that number one read. And when you man up on George Kittle, 99.7% of the time, he's going to beat man coverage. And if he's that first read and open, then you give him the football. You don't go through your other reads to see what more you have. But I want to hear what Mike has to say about it as well. And Jimmy Garoppolo. Mike, what do you think?
I've been one of the people that have been more confident in Jimmy. I didn't need to see a big explosive game. I was on the Jimmy bandwagon when he before we got Emmanuel Sanders. There's always some concerns, and you expect the one bad throw a game, and you expect it early and things like that, right? But that's a nuance. That's something that's going to come along with the inexperience. We have to remember how many games this young guy has played in. He's been in the league for that doesn't make up for experience. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as last game goes, yeah, it was a little bit concerning. It felt like when there was time, he wasn't making the right read, and then sometimes there was no time for him, and he was kind of in a panic and all. I'm not going to be able to say it any better than the head coach said. He said, I didn't call all those plays for Kittle, but when we went back and looked at it, it looked like I did. So, we have to work on that. We'll spread it around a little bit more, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the anomalies. I'm okay with the one-offs. You know what I mean? Jimmy's going to be good. We've seen the ceiling I don't know if we've seen the ceiling for Jimmy, but we've seen Jimmy be really, really good. And I think that there's more to tap into. And we've never seen Jimmy be really, really bad. That's one thing I will say. The worst of Jimmy is still like an average Jared Goff game. Probably better than an average Jared Goff game. And so I'm okay with that going into it because I know you have an offense with the defense. We have an offense that complements itself. We can pass it for 400 on you, or we can run it for 3. How you want it? And I'm okay with that as long as Shanahan can make the in-game adjustments to get these guys out of those funks. I'm not worried about it.
I agree. I mean, I do. I felt like it was a little vanilla. I heard you guys talk about that on the last show. I just felt like they purposely were holding back.
Yeah, it's possible. Can you guys hear me now?
We got you now.
Yeah,
okay,
I can.
yeah, yeah. So I thought it was definitely vanilla. I'm not gonna say a little vanilla. I thought it was all the way vanilla. I thought on the defensive side and on the offensive side, I thought the play calling was just a little hey man, little safe. That's a better word for vanilla, right? Like it was almost we were watching a preseason game. We were gonna try, to see if we could just get this guy. Hey, look, Kittle was hot and he was open, and he was one-on-one most of the time. So you got to throw it to him, and that's probably why it went that way. Tonight you're gonna see the ball spread around. It's gonna be a little bit of different type of defense. You might not want to throw Kittle one-on-one on Jalen Ramsey, or you might. You never know. Kittle's stronger, so you never know what's gonna happen. Hey man, I go into this game with no worries other than the fact that we're just struggling with the injuries. Other than that, I think we come out on top for the rest of this. We're going to go and storm this NFL, yo. We're going to make the NFL respect who the 49ers are. And that's what they've been doing all season. And I know you touched on it earlier, Nick. You talked about, they switched the narrative on us, right? They're talking about, oh, my gosh, the defense this and the defense that, and they can't stop a fly, and they're rated last and rushing the passer and blah, 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 blah. It's because Jimmy G started punching them in the mouths and slapping them in the face with good productive games. And now the defense is struggling, and all of a sudden, look, man, have no worries, guys. This defense is going to come on here tonight with this game, and they're going to show you why they were the number one defense in the league for a reason. I can watch.
Yeah. I feel it. I mean, honestly, I got a good feeling about today's game myself. I agree.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Anything else you got, Steve, before we hop off here, man? And I'm going to bring in the next guest.
No, it's cool, man. I just want to thank you guys for letting me hop on for a minute, and I'll definitely do it again if I have the chance. I'll continue to watch the show, support you guys, keep up the good work. It's all fantastic. And I'm not really out there on social media like crazy, but I'll go ahead and throw out my Instagram anyway. You can give me a follow if you like. It's just Roland Randall at Instagram.
Roman Randall at Instagram, guys.
No, Roland, like ROLL.
Oh, Rolling Randall. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of a play on words because I'm in a wheelchair. So.
No, you're all right. You're all right. No,
Yeah.
I just couldn't hear you. That's my bad, man. Rolling Randall on Instagram, guys. Check that out.
Yeah, you'll see me. You'll see my white mug up there. So.
My white mug. Hey. All right, guys. Man, I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate all the support, and we'll definitely have you guys back on again. So I appreciate you. And do you want to give a prediction real quick? Score prediction?
I'm gonna go ahead and it's gonna be a little tighter than I think we want, but I'm gonna say 24-17 Niners.
24-17 Niners. All right. All right, man. I appreciate you, Steve. You have a great holiday, man. And much love to you guys. And
same to y'all. Same to y'all.
Yes, sir. All right, we appreciate you, man.
Later.
All right, take it easy. All right, guys. So next guest up here, man. I see Dre that just came back in, but I want to get some guests that have been sitting here as well. This is the man, the myth, the legend. Mike, this is our homie George Padilla, man. What's going on?
What's up, fellas? Thank you for having me. I just want to say that I appreciate you guys YouTube all the time so much because you guys are like family. You guys are like family to me. Like when you guys are at this, I'm gonna call this table. You're around this round table right here. I feel like it's me and my dad. At times, me and my dad, the only thing we can speak about is just 49ers football and nothing else. And just like me and my dad talking about football, and you guys get really into it. And I understand it's hard. You guys are across the whole coast. But I just want to say thank you for everything that you guys do. It's amazing. Continue to provide it for us. But, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate everything that you guys do. Let's get into this. Let's talk about, their losses and their wins. What I got to say about their losses is that their losses, injuries are involved. But I also feel like their wins have brought up their swag and confidence level so high. But then also, at the same time, we've questioned game management. We've questioned going for it on fourth down. We've had special teams minute problems become huge issues, right? So it's it took away from the magic. That Seattle game took away from the magic, right? Having a perfect season. And then also, took away from the swag when we got healthy again against the Packers. Took away from our swag by losing, to the Baltimore team. They had all the swag going for them. They had all the confidence. The whole league was behind them. And now, this Atlanta loss, man, this one hurt. This one really, really hurt. Nobody thought that they should beat us. Kyle Shanahan said some truth. We had to play like it was our Super Bowl, and if we don't, they will, and they can overcome us. They could beat us, right? And that's what ultimately happened. But I look forward to the Niners getting their swag back. If not this week, then next week. I hope it doesn't become one of these, we got to rely on a magic to happen again. Because we know the magic of Russell Wilson, up in Seattle. We know that the Rams are a talented team, at different levels of the, talented receivers, talented running back, talented quarterback, defensive line, Jalen Ramsey, they're talented at all levels. And we've had injuries at all levels. So anyways, I'll stop talking. I'll let you guys chime in. But just want to say thanks to you, Breezy, Nick, Mike, and also Tony. You guys are the best, man. Thank you.
Look, man, I don't even know what to say with that that intro, man. That that's basically what we are. We're basically a family. I've sat down at Mike's table. Mike has sat down at my table. We interact with the kids and family, and social media brought us together, and it's a huge thing that we love to do. And man, it's an absolute pleasure. Like I said to you, I said earlier to these guys, man, without you guys, it's nothing. So without you guys tuning in, man, you guys make us want to thrive and strive to be better. So bring you guys what you want and things like that. So, like the one guest said, I love the heated debates and things like that. But man, there's nothing but behind these cameras. It's not that social media fake. It's nothing but love for all of us. And we just try to bring it to you from our perspectives. Our perspective. It's not. We're not going to agree with everybody. We're gonna bring what we think. Mike's gonna bring what he thinks, and that's what makes us so real, and we appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no, thank you guys.
So, Mike, what are your thoughts, man? The floor is yours.
Yeah, man, George, man, you've been great, man. I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for us. It goes a long way, and the kind words when you jumped on, I really do appreciate it. Nick and I, when we started this whole thing, we sat down, we talked, and we said, you know what, it's time for some consistency. I don't care if it's just one person or if it's two of us. We need to let people know that we're going to be there for them when they want their Niners news. And so it's good to hear that it's working. You know what I mean? Whether it's one of us, whether it's five of us sitting down to talk, it doesn't matter. You guys know that nothing but Niners are going to be here for you guys, and that's what we wanted. We wanted that family feel. So I'm glad it's working and paying off. When it comes to, you talked about the losses in the very beginning. This is what I want to say about the losses, right? We know for a fact it takes all 60 minutes to beat this Niners team. Not a single game has the Niners been out of it in the third quarter, early in the fourth, in the first half. None of that matters. You need to play all 60-plus minutes if you plan on beating this 49ers team. And let me tell you, a lot of teams have quit in them. Julio Jones didn't have quit in them last week. That's fine, right? But you're not going to have a Julio Jones every week. The Seattle Seahawks, it took everything breaking the wrong way for the Niners. We missed the game-winning kick, and then you got Russell Wilson. We all know Russell Wilson has no quit in him. As much as we hate the Seahawks, we hate them because of how good Russell Wilson is. He truly is an MVP candidate. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at our other loss against Baltimore. Again, it took all 60 ticks on the clock, man. Teams aren't just coming in here and trouncing all over the 49ers. And that's why you have the questions of game management and clock management on the other side of the ball. Because it takes 60-plus minutes to beat us, we start questioning, man, if we did this different on this drive, or if we just did this different instead of that pass play. You know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff, it all equals the same exact thing. It's a good team. We are managed well. Normally, if it's not a blowout, people get a little bit nervous, right? And understandably so, because you don't know if Kyle Shanahan can manage those situations. But I'm a firm believer in getting learning from your mistakes. We made those mistakes early. We make them during the season, so that way in the postseason, it won't happen. So I'm hoping that we get all the bugs and everything worked out, and we'll be good to go. That's my take on it all.
Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate that. Nick?
Yeah, there's not much I can say other than what Mike was saying is this team is there's the biggest thing that I take away from this team this year compared to last year losing close games and this year winning and being able to finish is the chemistry amongst the players. It is that family feel, right? It is that family feel. It's not guys going out there to be, the stud, you know what I mean? Or the guy who needs to touch the football or needs the football in his hands. That's the biggest difference. And one of the main reasons this team is hard to beat for a full 60-minute game because they're playing for each other. It's not, we've seen it the last 3 weeks. Tevin Coleman comes out for 3 plays. Matt Brady comes out for a few plays. Raheem Mostert's the hot hand. Well, guess what? Those guys are happy that Raheem Mostert is running the ball so well and the team is doing well. None of us. I don't even care. Mike loves Raheem Mostert and not Mike. I don't even think Mike would have said Raheem Mostert will end up being the number 1 by the end of the season as he's playing right now. I don't think any of us would have ever said that. And Mike has been on Raheem Mostert's tail the entire time, right? So And I was always like, well, why hasn't he proven that? He's been here. Why hasn't he proven that he should be that guy? I eat crow on it all the time. Same thing with Kendrick Bourne. You got guys that you're not expecting to step up. Personally, I wasn't expecting to stepping up. But at the end of the day, you lose as a team, you win as a team. It's not about, you heard George Kittle. Yes, I should have had that ball. And then you hear, I shouldn't have fumbled that football. Then you hear Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, I need to play better. Or you hear Richard Sherman. It's not about how I'm playing. Look at these other guys that are out here. Look at Tart. Look at Jimmy Ward. Look at K'Wan Williams. Look at DeForest Buckner. Look at this. Everybody is shouting out different players on this team, and it's not about, well, I didn't mess up or we didn't. It was, I made a mistake. I could have got better at that, and if I don't get better at that, I'm letting the team down. And
yeah,
they're 100% behind everybody, and I think that's the main reason as to why we went from 4-12 to 11-3 right now. And obviously that has to do with getting Nick Bosa and D Ford and making some upgrades as well. But they're upgrades that fit into this locker room. They're not guys that are, holstering or bickering that they want the football and it's all about them. You hear these players talk about how, Eric Armstead got snubbed for the Pro Bowl. That's going to light a fire under this dude's ass. And if it doesn't, you hear it. So I think that's the biggest difference in the team this year. And that's why I think that these tough losses, and I've said it all year long, is I didn't want to be undefeated. I said it earlier. I want those little tough losses that are going to make you be bitter in your mouth and understand that if you don't play this game of football perfectly in all three phases, there are times you're going to lose. You're going up against NFL teams, and nobody should be taken for granted. And I think that that's what this team has. They've overcome adversity. They have each other's backs, no matter what it is. I see guys, I see defensive guys coming out and supporting the offensive guys, like on the sideline. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It reminds me of the old days where they're playing together. And I think that's one of the reasons that we're the hardest team to beat for 60 minutes. I really do.
Hey guys, I just want to say thanks again. I'd love to jump on another time, but I appreciate you guys letting me on today. Got a lot more to talk to you guys about in the future, and keep it going. And thank you for helping with my faith and remaining faithful today. Like I said last week, that was a really, really terrible thing. And you're right, Mike. Look what it takes for them to lose. And Nick, you're right about there's that unity that makes them special. And that's why there's this great turnaround, that these guys are fighting for each other. They're really they're all in, they're all in, fully invested. And I see it in comparison to other teams in the league that are like losing, that have better talent. They have great talent. I'm not going to say better talent, but they got great talent also. And they shouldn't be losing as many games as they are, like the team out in Dallas or, wherever else, around the league. So I just want to say, thanks guys. And I know there's probably a bunch of other people lined up to get on. So, maybe another time I could jump back on with you guys, but appreciate it. And yeah, man, thanks for remaining faithful.
Yeah, George, we got to definitely just get you on one of our regular roundtables, man. We got to get you, we can do that. Get you on one of our regular roundtables and just shoot the, I don't want to curse, but shoot the,
Yeah.
And,
shoot the breeze. Shoot the breeze.
Yeah. Breeze, we'll shoot the breeze with Wayne Breezy, the hype man, which I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
Like disappeared.
Yeah, we'll talk about what's that gold drink that you guys got there?
The Gold Bar whiskey.
Gold Bar
Gold
whiskey,
Bar,
baby.
Yeah. We'll talk about some Gold Bar. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that, man. We'll have to get you on an overreaction show or something if you're available, man. Let me know.
Perfect.
The invitation is always extended to you, man. We appreciate you. And like I said, without you guys, we're nothing. And man, much props to all of you guys, man. I appreciate it. Do you want to give a shout out to wherever you can be found or anything like that, or your school prediction?
Hey, I am nowhere on social media except for today on NBN. I have no Facebook, no social media, no Instagram, no Snap, nothing. I have nothing. I got my participation with you today, and I'm happy. So thanks, guys.
You don't got no Snap face?
No book face, nothing. So prediction, I would say, Nick, just to answer that prediction. I just think that the Niners are going to get their swag back either this week or next. And I hope that it's this week As far as a game, it's going to be close. I think the Rams are going to come out and try to claw their way back into the playoff hunt. Because they're not technically mathematically eliminated yet. I don't believe. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. Close one. I predict a close game.
It should be a really good game. I hope that I'm not sitting there biting my nails or biting on a chicken bone or a rib bone or whatever I'm going to be eating tonight and breaking teeth. Yeah. I'm so mad. So, George, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, big shout out to you, man, especially with donations and things like that, man. Appreciate you. And, guys, man, he said it, remain faithful, guys. That's pretty much what it is, man.
That's what I learned from you guys.
So, Mike, you got anything else to say before George jumps out of here?
No, man, just how much we appreciate you, man. The continued support is it means the most to us. So thank you very much, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right, George. Appreciate you, man. We'll catch up with you, and we'll definitely get you on again.
Happy holidays to you and yours, brother.
Hey, likewise.
All right, guys. All right, man. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, we got Sheik the Freak up in here.
What's up, guys? How you doing? What's up, guys? How you doing? Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Nothing But Niners, man. You guys hold it down like usual, bro. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man. How are you?
Good. I'm excited for the game, man. It's we have a couple hours. Sherman's back. I'm excited, man. We need that game. We need our time possession. It's gonna be lit, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. So, what are your thoughts going into these last few weeks? And then, Mike, you want to say something? Good. I saw you had the mute button, so go ahead and say what you got to say real quick, buddy. I apologize.
No, I just wanted to say what's up to him and everything, and thanks for jumping in, taking some time out of your busy day, man. We're getting ready for the playoffs here, so we're ramping this thing up, man. Nothing But Niners got to change it up also. They change up our schedules on us. We're not doing this on the Sundays, so we got to do something a little different on Saturday. So I'm thanking you guys for all jumping in here. My man's got his mug and the hat, the pin. I like it, man. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's go, man.
Look at that ring. Nice. Look at that bling bling.
Yeah, we got to get that 6, man. The quest for 6, man. We got to win out. We got the Rams. We got Seattle. We don't have to worry. The thing is, I was thinking, we were like relying on Minnesota like a couple weeks ago against Minnesota. And we don't have to worry about anybody else except us. And I love this way. Yes, we just lost against Atlanta. That was a bad loss. But at the end of the day, winning out is key. That's better than relying on another team, man. I'm excited. So
it is. It's definitely a really important thing for me. I think you don't win much in this league, and you don't get those opportunities, and you have that opportunity staring you right in your face. And when you have that opportunity staring you right in your face, it's just like when you're in complete control of what you can do, because there's no other control. You win out and you get the number 1 seed. Like you don't have to depend on anybody else. You win, you do your job. You're at that first step. Well, actually, you passed the first step of making the playoffs. Your second step first step is win the division, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But since we're already in the playoffs, we made that step. But now we can make that step better. And, we can make that step better as in winning the division. Also, not only did you win the division, but you conquered everybody else in the NFC, and you get that number 1 seed. So it's sitting there to grab. And
exactly.
It doesn't matter if you get 1 or 5 seed. It doesn't guarantee you anything, right? And it doesn't guarantee you a Super Bowl play or a win or whatever you want to call it. But it does. What is guaranteed right now is that the future is bright, and it's in your arms and in your hands right now to be able to squeeze or grab or tackle or whatever you want to call it. And it's there. And what do you think this team has to do going into this week after that tough loss last week? Like, what are your thoughts? What do you think, other than win? What do you think we need to do?
Health, man. Yeah, everybody knows it. Health is a key thing. We're supposed to get Alexander back, maybe in the playoffs. D Ford is a hamstring. He might come back in the playoffs or even the Seattle game. Tart is definitely missing out. Marcel Harris, I'm a little worried about him, but I think, he's going to have a big target on him. He knows it. It's just a health situation, and just went out and just played the schemes that Kyle wants. And I don't want that vanilla offense anymore. I get it. he just wanted to go through the game, this and that. But I want them to go fire, just go constantly fire on the Rams because we got to beat our division. And that's what it is all about, man. And we got to win it out and get that bye and get these boys healthy.
Mike, what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, hopefully you guys can still hear me. My reception's up and down, but Sheik is right. You want to see these guys come out here and beat up on the division opponents. We played the big dogs in the NFC, right? We played the Saints in their house. We beat them.
Yep.
We invited the Packers to our house. We beat them. I'm not sure what other NFC teams there are to take out, and so we got to get back to the basics and take care of, like what Nick was saying, take care of the division, right? The Seahawks. They're the other big team in the NFC. That's it.
Yeah.
We got the target on them now, not the other way around. They were gunning for us. We were the undefeated team when they played us, Now it's the other way around. Now the target's on them. They have the bullseye on their back. We got to make them answer to us now. So it starts with the Rams. You have to demoralize your division opponents, and then you go after the Seahawks next week. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Breezy!
Man, yo, that connection was whack. Listen, we are absolutely going to handle these Rams. Tonight we delam them. And the reason why is because we have to. That's it. That's enough gas and fire they need to be lit under their behinds for them to go out there and to be firing on all cylinders. From the coaching to the around the corner, and kudos to them for making the playoffs. But those boys are going to come out tonight, and they're not going to leave anything on that table. And then they'll come up with a whole different game script for them Seahawks next week. But tonight, the focus is the Rams. Tonight, the focus is to find a way to limit Aaron Donald on that defense. Matthews have the best freaking game.
Yeah.
So go Niners.
Contract. Exactly. I agree. And Clay Matthews didn't play against us, so Gurley didn't. So they have the chip on their shoulder. We have Williams back to stop Cooper Kupp. Gurley. If you haven't watched, we've been stopping all running attack. All these running backs constantly coming to our yard. We stopped them. So Gurley, you're just another victim, man.
Yeah, and that's why I could never understand why we keep being like last in this rush defense. Like why? Like we stopped running backs. Granted, we had to play like 4 mobile quarterbacks, which inflated and skewed the numbers. But we stopped running backs. Like that's what we do. Sorry, Nick.
No, you good. You good, man. You the hype man. I ain't ever cutting you off, bro.
No.
Go ahead, baby. I just couldn't figure that out. Like I never understood why, and other than the numbers just making the numbers go up when a Kyler Murray rushes for 84 yards plus the 90 yards that the running backs might get by a committee. That's the only thing I think that makes our rush defense so bad, other than the fact, what we see on film. But those guys go out there and they have a game plan. They limit the run and they make the quarterback do the work. It just so happens we play mobile quarterbacks that like to run.
Yeah, they definitely do, and that's those rushing yards obviously add up. But Tyler H says, "Why is it so dark out where Breezy and Mike is?" Well, one, they're outside. They're not. It's dark as hell where I'm at too, but I'm inside. But we're on the East Coast, so it's 6:14 here at night, so it's definitely dark. But like you're saying, this defense. To me, like we were talking earlier, this defense still worries me a little bit because we went from 11.5 points a game to 27 points a game over the last such amount of weeks, right? Obviously, that has a lot to do with injuries. Can we overcome that? I think so. I personally think so. I think with Richard Sherman and K'Wan Williams coming back, obviously the defensive front and not getting the quarterbacks and getting the sacks like we talked about, will come back into play. Losing the Ronald Blairs, losing the D4s, losing the DeMontre Moores, depending on Valagas and Solomon Thomases and people like that. So it is what it is right now. But I think that like I was saying earlier, I think we've set up ourselves to succeed, right? And we've seen that over the year because if this was the same team as last year, these injuries would have beat us up. We would have just continued to lose football games. We would have never had the fight that we had, especially that battle in New Orleans. We would have never had that type of atmosphere or energy allow us to push over New Orleans, right? Nobody expected a 48-46 game. Nobody, right? It would have either been Drew Brees' ways or Kyle Shanahan's offense. It wouldn't even have been Jimmy Garoppolo. It would have been
on the road, Nick. On the road.
Yeah. On the road.
On the road.
So
you know what I'm saying?
We look back at this game right now, and I'm like, while I have bubble guts and butterflies in my stomach and things like that, that's because I love this team and I want to see them do well. But I'm also not as nervous as I would have been if this was last year. Because moving forward, no matter the injury, and I understand that we took a tough loss yesterday, but like Mike said earlier, it wasn't about just the loss. It still took a full 60 minutes to beat us. Even with the vanilla offense, lack of execution offense, receivers not doing what they're supposed to be doing, Jimmy Garoppolo not having the best day of his game, the running backs fumbling, George Kittle fumbling, it still took all that stuff and that adversity to beat us with 2 seconds left on the clock. And really, if you go back and watch the game, the clock should have ran out because there was only 4 seconds on the clock and they added the 5 seconds, the one, and we get 5 seconds. And then that's when they scored a touchdown. Really, before the ball was thrown, the time was out. So either way, like I said, the time would have been out. But, I just go back to what Mike said. I'm going to let Mike answer this too, but I'm not worried about who we have to play. They should be worried about they have to play us. And they have to play us for a full 60 minutes or they're going to get beat.
In order to beat this San Francisco 49ers team, the other team's got to give their whole hearts for 60 minutes. I mean, the best teams got to give their whole hearts for 60 minutes. I mean, they play their heart, their life, their soul in order to beat this team. That's a team that's struggling with injuries, guys on the IR, guys going out with hammies, all that type of stuff. All the adversity that our team is facing is still taking the whole heart of another team all the time on the clock to come down and beat us. So, this team, resiliency has been key all season. I think Mike and I talk about that every week. And this is that week where the resiliency is going to kick in. And even the boys that struggle, even Marcel Harris that struggles on angles and is just trying to lunge his body out at an offensive play to make a big-ass hit tackle, he's going to get it together. You know why? Because now you got somebody on the team that's a veteran that's going to hold his behind accountable. And that's what was missing. Richard Sherman was missing. Like, look at how Richard Sherman has helped the body of the. You want to know why Keller Witherspoon is balling? You want to know why freaking Emmanuel Mosley is balling? A, because they're getting the opportunity to ball, and B, there's someone out there that's going to make them better. I always say you want people to show how good they are. Well, bring in better talent. Bring in better this, better that. Iron sharpens iron. That's scripture. That is life. That is the world. That is the way it is. This team will be resilient today. It will come out. The defense is going to be something to watch, man. I'm guaranteeing you points on the defense. I ain't going to say if it's 2. I ain't going to say if it's 6. But I'm guaranteeing points on the defense. Watch.
Let's go Niners. I love it. Love it.
Wayne is the hype man. Mike, what do you got to say, man? Hop up off there. I know you're driving, but still.
Nah, no, I'm good. You guys are nailing it, man. You guys are saying it all. It's just, I mean, even when teams give us the 60 minutes, it's still sometimes not enough. The Saints tried. They tried their damnedest, man. The Saints had more scoring drives than the Niners, and it still didn't matter. It's crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy to me. But, when it's all said and done, teams have to plan to stop the 49ers. And how do you stop them? What do you do to stop this team? Are you coming in here and saying they're a run-first team? Are you saying they're going to pass it all over the field with us? You can say, all right, well, they're down a couple of wide receivers, and then it's like, well, are they really down wide receivers? Because Pettis and Goodwin weren't doing much anyway. Well, they're down a couple of running backs. Well, are they down running backs really? Because, I didn't see much from Mostert. I've never seen not Mostert. I didn't see much from McKinnon. I never saw much from. Is this where I'm going right? Yeah, I found the house. Okay. I never saw much from Breida. He's inconsistent. He's in and out of the lineup and all. So, it's a matter of what do they think is going to happen. And that's what That's what it all boils down to. How do you stop this 49ers team? There's no defined answer. We are in week 15 right now, and there is no definitive way to stop the 49ers, right? You have an easier answer with how do you beat the Baltimore Ravens. You stop Lamar Jackson from running all over you, the Ravens are a regular-ass team. Now, the problem is you don't know how to stop Lamar Jackson, right? I'm not saying that you can do it. I'm saying that you know how to stop the Ravens. You want to stop the Seahawks, you stop Russell Wilson, right? You stop their run game, you stop Russell Wilson, you can stop Seattle. How do you stop the 49ers? 15 weeks later, and we're still asking that question. Teams don't know, and that's what makes us dangerous. Despite all the injuries and all that, you still don't know how to stop the 49ers. That's the beauty in this whole thing, man. That's what I like.
And also I want to add to that, too. The only team that's been stopping us is ourselves. Nobody else. Our dumbass fumbles, penalties, missing a field goal is because of us, not anybody else. So you said it right, Mike. Everybody else in here, man. Shout out to everybody in here, man. You've been saying everything truth, and that's what the 49er way, man. We're excited. We decided to win out. We just rely on us, man. Let's go. Let's go. Niners in a couple hours, man. Let's go. Let's get this. This is going to be an exciting time.
Sheik, like you just said, man.
Niners! Let's go!
Let's go!
Woo!
Yeah, so Sheik was busting on me about my sweatshirt today too, but it's a green shirt. It's not blue.
Take it off.
No, I ain't taking it off right here. Y'all don't want to see that. But
oh, now I don't see that.
No, I'm just messing around. No, man, I got to run out and finish up some Christmas shopping too. So I tried to finish it up today, but obviously didn't happen. But like you said, man, I've been saying this all year. The only team that can beat us is ourselves, and that's really the way it is. You look at our games. We make the mental mistakes in all the games that we've lost. It was a touchdown and 2 field goals, right? In all 3 games. And, you go back and you look at those games and, we miss a coverage on the Julio Jones catch, right? We get picked. We just play a little too deep to where we can get picked. The George Kittle fumble. There's a lot of things that we can go back to and think. The Chase missed field goal to beat Seattle, right? We gave them 3 opportunities in overtime. You give them those extra opportunities, those are teams that are going to beat you because they're going to overcome it. The Baltimore game, we just let Lamar run all over us for the first half, which was a difference maker. And in the second half, it was different. So I'm a true firm believer of that Sheik, I'm right on board with you on that. The only team that can really beat us is ourselves, and that's by making mental mistakes. And obviously, I've seen a Falcons fan in here. It says 365. My Falcons beat you 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Stop the excuses. Final says Falcons 29-22. You're absolutely right. But we also did not emphasize or make the executions that we needed to make in that game to beat you. So therefore, yes, you did beat us. Nobody's saying that you didn't beat us. The score was 29-22. Absolutely. It was really 23-22, and you scored on a fluke play on a 2 seconds throwback. So if you want to take the 29-22, fine. You beat us by a point, bro. Whatever. Good luck for you. You're 5-9. Good luck in the playoffs. Much love to all you Falcons fans out there. Dirty birds, whatever you want to do, go wipe yourself. But anyway, I see we lost Wayne again.
Oh, no.
It looked like he was setting up his laptop, maybe. I don't know. It looked like he was about to join from his laptop, maybe. But listen, man, you got to let the Falcons you got to let the Falcons fans have their moment. They like beating Shanahan because they feel like he let them down in the Super Bowl. And they also feel like that was their Super Bowl for them this year. They didn't have anything else going for them. They're not going to the playoffs. They don't even know who their head coach is going to be next year. So that was the biggest moment for them of the season. Falcons fans are going to continue to come back to any 49ers page just to throw jabs. Guys, listen, when you have nothing going for you, you got to let them have it. You don't. Yeah. It's a holiday time, man. Let them have it. Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'm going to let them have it. They haven't had anything since Kyle Shanahan left. As much as they wanted to boo him out of there, but they haven't been relevant since Kyle Shanahan left. So, I'm letting them have it. That's what it is. But how
many Super Bowls they have?
Yeah, they won. They got it. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
we're moving on to the playoffs and you're not. So it's okay. But either way, you beat an 11-2 team. Congratulations. Bravo.
Hey, I'm gonna run inside. I'm here at Rebecca's. I can't wait to see the Diva Den. I'm gonna run inside and I'll try to jump back on once I get settled in. All right.
Yeah, definitely. Tell Bex I said I love her, and I'm sorry that I am not coming there tonight.
All good, man. Sheik, thanks for jumping in, man.
Shout out to you,
appreciate
bro.
it, Sheik.
Shout out to you, man.
No problem.
Hey,
Happy holidays.
Appreciate you. Yep.
There we go. Breezy's back in.
Yeah.
Breezy.
Yeah.
Breezy.
I gotta bring Dre in here real quick, and I also got Ryan, but let me bring Dre in. Dre's been sitting here for a while.
Dre back.
Hey, Breezy, I need that denim Niners hat, bro. Good Lord.
Man, it's a Mitchell and Ness joint, man.
Hey, bro, that's
nice.
That's crazy, bro. We got, we got Nick got the background, you know what I'm saying? We got championship rings, denim Niners hats in here, man. That's a lot of swag dripping up in this thing right now, man. I feel proud to be a Niners fan. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm always nervous. I don't give a damn if we're playing the Cincinnati Bengals, if we're playing the Arizona Cardinals. I'm always nervous because I'm that much of a diehard fan. I know that the Rams are hungry. I know that they've been playing good these last couple of weeks, but we have something over every NFL franchise, and that is Kyle Shanahan. People say what they want about that man. That man is a genius. It's clear to see that every time he goes somewhere, he makes regular players, he turns them into superstars. Devontae Freeman got a $50 million contract off of Nike and Nike endorsements off of Kyle Shanahan. Ever since Kyle left, what happened? There is no more Devontae. Kyle Shanahan is just that much of an awesome coach, man. So today, like I said, I think we hold their best defensive player, Aaron Donald, to 2 sacks. We go for 140 yards or more. We contain Jared Goff. We keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get outside the pocket and run for 20 to 15 yards because he's more mobile than Matty Ice. Let's just keep that real. He's way more mobile than Matty Ice. We got to keep him inside the pocket, keep a rotation going. Solomon Thomas, you have to step up this week.
Yeah.
You're making $9 million a year, bro. You have to step up and do your job. Go ahead, Weezy. My bad, bro.
Yeah, about Solomon Thomas. I think my expectations for him are no longer there. Like I know he needs to step up. I just don't think he has that. I don't think he fits this team. I don't think he fits the scheme. Yeah. That's what I mean. I'm not saying he's not a good player, and I'm not here to downplay Solomon Thomas. And you're 100% correct when you say he needs to step up. I just don't think he can. He's finding his swag on this defense, man. Yeah. And it's how many years did we go drafting the wrong players? Like luckily we're getting lucky with DeForest Buckner and Armstead, right? Look how long it's taken Armstead to you get what I'm saying? And Buckner, came along a little bit quicker. But I just don't think Solomon Thomas is that guy for this specific offense. I think he belongs in a place where he fits, and I'm wishing the best for him. But if he can't step up, like you said, my God. My goodness. Exactly.
2 games. That's all we need, Solomon. We need 2 games.
That's it.
And there's times where he makes flashes. There's times where he makes flashes to where he'll be on the totally opposite side of the field and he'll run across the field 10 yards up the field and catch a damn running back. And I'm like, whoa, this man can track guys down. True. And there's what I mean? So there's times where he makes flashes, and the last time he made a flash, he just creamed Jared Goff. It was a sack. It was a sack that he had where Jared Goff was not paying no attention to his backside. He had no pocket presence at all. And Solomon Thomas just creamed him, bro. I'm surprised he didn't fumble the ball. So hopefully we can see that same Solomon Thomas. He also had 2 run stops that week, and Ronald Blair. Ronald Blair, he had I think he had 8 or 9 snaps. He had 2 tackles. And on one of his snaps, bro, I seen the explosion and the burst. He has fresh legs. So I'm hoping that he shows something because when we get Julian Taylor back, it's going to be even more better. We have a 300-pounder back in there. We could rotate Sheldon Day, Julian Taylor, Solomon Thomas, all of those guys, and then it's going to help our edges out a little bit.
What do you think about Valaga, though? You think he's? What do you think about Valaga, though? You think he's out in the mix?
Valaga is getting some good experience, but I just don't think that he's strong enough yet.
No, he's not.
See, I disagree. I think it's just not his time to be like. It's just not his time yet. Valaga is that Valaga would have been dope as that rotational player with fresh legs coming off. Yo, go get that guy. Yeah. Go get the quarterback. Just that's all you got to do. We're asking him to think, scheme. It's just he's not developed to do everything that we need him to do due to injury. So therefore, he's struggling. I think if we had our regular, our regular down four linemen, whatever, and we asked Valaga to come off the end and give us something, I think he would be that guy that can give us that inch off the, off the bench. We talked about the Giants that went 9-7 that year. Well, the reason why they won the Super Bowl was because of their rotation on the defense. They were bringing in, like, they had Osei Numenora and Michael Strahan, and then they were bringing in Justin Tucker off the bench. I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah,
so
that was crazy. That was crazy.
So the beginning of our season, once Nick Bosa started getting his football legs back, that's how it was when Nick Bosa was getting his legs under him. I was like, oh snap! Now we could bring in fresh guys off the bench. Oh snap! Like they're making a play. Ronald Blair's coming in here tracking down a Russell Wilson. He tears his freaking ACL in doing so, but like he did it. Like. That's what we're just into our depth right now, and I think guys like Valaga aren't the pieces that can help because they are the depth. But Joe, I like you touched on it, Dre, earlier when you were on. Listen, this is the week. This offensive line sucks. This is the week. This is the week. Solomon Thomas better come out there and track down whoever he need to. Valaga better get a sack. Who else we got? Like this is the week. Like there's no excuses.
Yeah, because and my bad. Hold on, bro. One thing that I am concerned about is Bosa said something that was really important, and this shows how much film this guy watches. And he says, Andrew Whitworth is a good lineman, but it's crazy how much he gets away with holding his opponents, and they never really call it. And a 15-game season so far, this guy only has eight holding penalties. So that means he's getting a holding penalty called on him once every 2 weeks. That kind of concerns me. And we see this every game. Bosa will have an arm wrapped around his freaking neck, and they won't throw no flag, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me, bro, you guys haven't seen that. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it.
Good Lord. And it's like, bro, are they going to throw a flag? So that's the only thing that worries me is this guy, Andrew Whitworth, is that, he's going to be grabbing Nick Bosa, bringing him to the ground, putting his arm around his neck. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Bosa come up lame because this jerk is doing illegal stuff to try to save his quarterback. So that's one thing that really worries me. Are we going to get some home cooking? You know what I'm saying? That's going to help us out because there were some questionable calls last week at our house that I don't think shouldn't have been called, especially the defensive PI in the end zone. Ward, that was a great defensive play, and they threw a darn flag. So
yeah, I think because the refs messed up and called that roughing the passer on Jimmy a couple of times, they had to give Atlanta one of those back.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So when it comes to calls, man, it's never. I always go into the game where stuff is never going to be in our favor. It's been like that since Ed DeBartolo. If y'all don't remember, go back and watch. Like after that whole Ed DeBartolo spill we've been suffering when it comes to calls. Now, I will say this: Bosa's held on every play. Yeah. And I don't care if he's getting held, and they won't call it. I think he has to go out there and earn those stripes, earn those wings. Just the same way. What's my man from Houston had to go out there and earn his too.
JJ Watt.
Yeah. That's the type of player. That's and I think Bosa will be better than Watt. But that's the type of player that Bosa is going to be, and he will end up getting those calls because you will start to see the tide start to shift. Right now, he just This is what I love about Bosa. I'm Nick Bosa. Ask me a question. Go ahead. I'm Nick Bosa. This is what I like about Bosa.
Hold on one second before you guys do that. I want to bring Ryan in here as well because
What's good, Ryan?
He's the only one in the stream. So let me bring him in here. What's going on, Ryan?
Hey, Wayne, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Hey, Wayne, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
In the words of you, all gas.
Go,
Oh my God, he just threw a bomb.
Man, I've been with you for a long time, you guys. Long time. It's been a long time, Nick.
I appreciate you, man.
Oh, man. I have so much to say to you. Any point, I know I can't do it on one show, so. But,
yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Yo, but before we finish this, Wayne, everybody is loving the hat, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to drive to Connecticut. I'm going to confiscate it, and I'm going to use it as a giveaway. All right, guys?
I could just mail it to you, man, just for breathing out. You know what I'm saying? We can shift this joint around, yo.
We got to use it as a giveaway, and you just got to sign it, bro. And
say no more, man. I don't mind giving up pieces, baby. Let's do it.
There we go. Look at that, guys. if you want one though, and Wayne doesn't want to give it up, tell him where you can find it at, Wayne. Where
I actually got this from a store called Eblin's. It's Mitchell and Ness, but I got this hat like when the last time we was going the Colin Kaepernick days, I think I got this back.
Oh wow,
then.
Yeah, you ain't gonna find that. That's
so
classic.
You might have to hit up Mitchell and Ness. And see if they got, on from them. Hit them up and look for this joint because that's the brand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, man. Whenever I find something rare 49, especially in Connecticut, man, I just get everything. I be like, yo, give me that whole wall because it don't happen all the time, yo. I'm on the East Coast, bro. If I was on the West Coast, I'd be tripping. But on the East Coast, I gotta get what I can get.
Yeah.
I got two small heads to be wearing snapbacks, so I'm good. I got a nugget, man. But you know what, though? I can buy a youth hat, bro, and I'm saving like $10 on each hat.
Yo, man, shout out to New Era and Mitchell and Ness and Nike, but y'all gotta stop going up on the hat prices. Them shit's inflating like gas. Like I don't understand. It's the same hat.
$35 to $40, bro.
Like, I remember when hats were $14.99, bro. Yeah. I got a Super Bowl hat. Hold on, I'm gonna show you my Super Bowl hat.
Here we go.
Here we got a scarf on, a Levi jean jacket.
I got this hat right here. This hat right here. This was 1994, 90 to 95.
And it still has a tag on it.
Yo, let me see what the tag says. I think I got the price tag. Hold on. Damn, I took the price tag off. Anyway, I bet you this hat cost me $14 though.
Man.
And I just never wore it. But my point is, stop going up in the price of hats, man. We want to support our team. We like to wear fitteds. We like to wear winter hats. Stop going up in the price of hats, man.
Yeah, some of us got kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like kids.
Come on, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Plural. Yeah.
You got the child and then the parentheses with the RE.
Yeah.
Hold up. J10 said New Era was never $14.99. This is not New Era, bro. This Logo Athletic, bro. This was $14.99. Listen, if you know about Logo Athletic, you've been a fan for a long time.
Long time.
I remember that.
Very long time. Very long time, man.
So before we continue on, man, I just want to Ryan, man, I'm gonna leave the floor to you, man. What are your thoughts going into this weekend, man? Well, tonight's and going forward.
I'm just hoping our defense shows out, man. That's all I'm really hoping for. That D-line right now. I mean, I'm wishing Ford will come back. I hope he does come back. And they're saying that he's coming back for the Seacock team. You know, that's what they're saying. But that and plus, Lee Sherman, we had that little boost. Lee Sherman and Winsby back to join. So, but they're saying they're not real 100%. That's what they're saying. So I just hope the defense holds out real good tonight and give me G-Man and start doing his stuff.
Yeah, and Mike coming to us live from the
Mike, man. Nice to meet you, man. Woo!
What's going on, Pop? Man? What's going on, fellas? I see y'all down there. Yeah, Nick, man. I'm in Rebecca's Diva Den. She's got this place decked out, bro.
Yeah, she does, bro.
I just want to point out, I remember when Rebecca was starting to make the transition. I was there before she did all of this creation. She painted everything. She decorated everything. That's all Rebecca,
Nice.
yo.
That's lit.
All Rebecca.
That's lit.
I just
Shout
took
out
my
Rebecca,
ass to the
man.
grill and cooked on the grill while she was doing all the man work. I did the grill work.
She got this song. She got, you know, when you paint the poles the right color, oh my God.
And she got poles. She got poles. She got poles.
You better watch it. Somebody watching.
Oh yeah, man. Hey Nick, man, she's hot at you, bro. I had to come downstairs so she didn't yell at you on the show.
I know. I know she's mad at me.
Get your ass over here,
bro. I'm ready to just relax, eat some ribs, wings, whatever, chill at home tonight.
It's a nice,
enjoy the game
spread up there too, man. But yeah. So
beat
I'm sorry.
LA. Beat LA.
Y'all see the Bills winning now, right?
Yeah,
I see that.
Allen just threw a bomb. Allen just threw a bomb. I haven't seen that happen to the Patriots all year.
Are we gonna see the Patriots lose the division?
Bro, it's looking like it, bro.
Are they only about 4 points?
I'm about to put my
Yeah, breezy, but they defense just had the Bills. The Bills remind me of us. They're like the Niners of the AFC with less. They remind me of us. They got a stout defense, a good running game, but I just think Jimmy G is better.
Yeah, I agree. I will say if Tom Brady had one more weapon, this would be a different game.
Yeah. Brady.
I don't care how old he is. I think he just needs one more weapon.
Yeah,
that
was nice.
Wow,
look at that.
I told you it was beautiful in there, yo.
She got the red and gold perfect too.
Oh yeah.
Damn, she has so much memorabilia, bro.
Damn.
We're showing a diva den off. Rebecca, big shout out to you, sweetheart.
She spent a nice little chunk of change on that.
I got you on the big
wow.
The catch.
Oh wow.
Sports Illustrated. Wow.
Yo, like Rebecca Cave looked better than the 49ers museum.
She looking good over there, man.
Nice.
Wow.
Legends.
Craig, I met that guy, man. I know him.
Bowman,
met him several times.
Nice.
She got mad shit in there. Love it.
She does. I love that freaking. Oh yeah. Look at that. Whew. That's neat. That's clean. The flag, the TV ready to go. Go Niners. That's legit.
She just got to get that. She just got to get that San Francisco carpet now.
Yeah.
She is set.
Ooh, damn, bro.
Like that's where you get it from. Setting hats on couches.
Yep. making make believe people and stuff like that.
Hey, Breezy, is that like your sister, bro?
Rebecca?
Yeah.
Now, we just tight. We fam, yo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like we just fam, man. She's a diehard fan, like us, yo. I mean, she goes to all the games.
Okay.
I ain't living that well to go to all the games.
Facts.
George, man, does Rebecca got kids? Can she adopt?
You right?
Yeah.
But let me ask you guys, are you guys worried about the O-line right now with Person having a neck injury? He's questionable right now. I don't know if he's Mayoko got the injury report out yet, but he's hurt. I'm hearing Brunskill might take over his spot in the guard position.
Let Brunskill do his thing.
Hey, I'm not worried with Brunskill. I'm not worried.
Why are we worried?
Right.
I'm not worried, but
Brunskill.
Yeah.
Brunskill what?
Brunskill, bro. He has came in and faced TJ Watt. He's came in and faced the Panther. I can't remember. He's faced some premier guys this year, bro. And
did Brunskill come in as tackle though? I think that's
he came in. Yeah.
So now we're asking him. So now we're asking him to maul cats and be a guard. That could be an issue. But I think Brunskill gets it done.
Yeah. I don't know if it was Mike or Nick that said he is 6'6", and those smaller defensive tackles might use their leverage to stand them straight up. Now that is kind of something that I would be worried about. Wow, she has the original news clip.
Oh
man,
that's nice. Oh yeah, Becca older than us. Just make sure I say
bro,
right.
what?
Yeah.
She has the bro. That's worth some change.
I'm gonna need Mike to stop showing us what she got before we come in there and rob her place. Some of that stuff could look good in my cage. Sorry, Becca. Love you, Becca.
She can't hear y'all because if she was in earshot of Nick, she'd be giving him an earful. So I came downstairs. People are coming in, so I got to go be social, fellas, man. To everybody who popped on that is not a part of the regular NB Niners crew, man, I want to thank y'all for joining us, man. You guys are great. I know the show is going to continue, so damn, did I black out? Y'all keep rocking out, man. Again, big ups to all of y'all. Much love for the support, the continued support. We appreciate it.
You got it, Mike.
Man, like
Shout out to you,
all night long.
Happy holidays, Mike. Bro.
Happy holidays, guys.
Thank you very much, man. You guys enjoy the holidays and everything. We'll be back. Y'all know y'all gonna see me at least 2 more times a night. So we'll be back. But y'all be safe, okay? I gotta go be social. I'm in someone else's house, and I'm falling in love. I might try to hide down here, and maybe she'll forget that I'm down here, and I can live there.
Later, Mike. That's later, man.
It's nice, man.
All right, bro.
Y'all be safe, all right, fellas. Take it easy.
Go Niners. Go Niners.
Go Niners.
All right, guys. So let me take this off of here real quick. And then, all right. So let's see here. Let's dig into this game real quick. All right. I'm gonna ask one person one question. I want you to answer it, and I'm gonna do my famous over under. All right, and then we'll hop up out of here. And then so everybody can get situated and stuff like that because it's 7 o'clock. I got some things to do before the game starts as well. But I'm gonna do an over under. You just answer over or under, and you tell me why. All right, and if you guys watch our show, you see I do this with Mike. So we'll do that individually, and then each person will get a different question, and then we'll hop up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Let's start. Let's start with Ryan first. All right.
Okay.
All right. So Ryan, let's go. We'll go with over under 2 interceptions for Jared Goff.
Oh. The way he's been struggling right now. I mean, I tell you right now, if Gurley is not winning stuff tonight, and Goff is not winning stuff either, that offense is gonna get shut down. Without them two, especially Goff. So I would say, I'll take the even. 2. I'll take 2.
Take the push. Take the push. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we got some people in here saying Timothy Walker says under, LeBron Ship says under, Jesse Diaz says over, Symmetry 7 says push. All right, let's go with the next one. We'll go with Sheik. Sheik, let's go over or under 85 yards rushing for Todd Gurley.
I say under because our run stop has been amazing, and we've stopped a lot of guys. It's no doubt we're going to stop Gurley. And Gurley is, everybody knows he's not all there. He's on, up and down. But against this defensive line and his linebackers, he has no chance. He might have a couple of things going, but other than that, he's not going to do much. I say under.
All right, so we got under 85 rushing yards for Todd Gurley. We're going to go Dre next. And notice I'm doing a theme here. I'm sticking with our defense first. So I'm giving you over-unders for their offense first. So
okay.
Over or under 6 receptions for Cooper Kupp?
I'm going to go push. The first game that we played, even though he didn't have a breakout game, he still had 5 or 6 receptions. And I think he had 5 or 6 receptions for 50 some odd yards. So I'm going to say push. And that is only because I see Jared Goff getting out in the flats a lot. They're going to roll him out of the pocket a lot. And, Cooper, he's a fast, shifty guy. So I see him getting a few catches outside of the hashes, but nothing in the middle of the field. So I'd say a push.
All right,
say a push
for 6 receptions for Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
All right, Breezy, here we go. Over or under? We just talked about 6 receptions for Cooper Kupp. Over or under 52 yards for Cooper Kupp.
Woo! Let's see. K1 on Cooper. I like that matchup right there, man. Let's see. I'm going under. I think we eliminate Cooper Kupp. The 49ers do one thing great, and that's what great teams do when they game plan. They take away their weapon that they feel could hurt them the most, and they live with whatever gashes they take on the outskirts. We know that Gurley's not a problem. We know that he won't be a problem. And I told you where I think we need to shift our focus because they're going to target a certain position in that defense. So I'm going under because I think that the tight end gets more yards than Cooper Kupp.
Tyler Higbee. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right. We're going to swing it back around to Ryan again. You good, Ryan? You good?
I don't think you can hear it, bro.
I think he's on mute.
Yeah, I don't know if he can hear me. He's on mute, so he's talking to somebody. So we'll go right back to you, Wayne.
Sorry for that. Are you talking to me?
Good? You good?
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
For my daughter.
No worries. No worries. We all go through that. So all right, so let's go. We just talked about Higbee, right? We just talked about Wayne said that he thinks Higbee has a really good game this week.
Okay.
Over or under 1 touchdown for Higbee?
All depends. He's their number one wide receiver, ain't he?
Tight end. He's
tight end.
Tight end.
And he's their is he their number one go route right now or no? You know, number one go route.
Yeah, I mean they're utilizing
like that could have been us. He's our number one.
Yeah,
good number one receiver we got. Really. But you said 1 touchdown, right?
1 touchdown.
I'm gonna say no. I think we can stop him. I think we can. I really can. I think they can do it.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So we're going with the under of 1. He's saying that he doesn't get that 1. All right, Sheik. We're gonna go with you. We are gonna go over or under 3.5 sacks allowed by the offensive line.
Oh man. Well, Clay Matthews is back. Brockers is there.
Well, for their offensive line. So our defensive line.
Our defensive line. Oh, we're gonna go over. We're gonna get 4.5 sacks, 5 sacks on that O line of the Rams, because like Breezy said, he holds. Whitworth holds, and he's gonna get shut down. Oh man, it's gonna be good. And Warner's gonna get in it. Fun. Bosa's gonna get in it. It's gonna be lit again. Same old song. Sorry, ass Rams.
Let's go.
So we're going over 3.5 sacks. Sheik says we're going to get 4.5, possibly 5 or more sacks against their offensive line tonight, bringing that defense back to fire tonight. All right, we're going to go over or under 220 passing yards for Jared Goff. That's you, Dre.
Oh, I'd say under. Look, man, Jared Goff has a pretty good deep ball. He's good off of the play action. Excuse me, when it works. He just doesn't. He doesn't have the pocket. He doesn't have the pocket presence, man. We've seen many plays where Jimmy. There's just guys in his face, and still somehow, with the reconstructed ACL, Jimmy just finds a way, bro. And Goff doesn't have that. He usually gets bottled up, takes a sack, or he throws interception. So I would say under 220 yards for Mr. Jared Goff. And he has that messed up. He has that messed up thumb on the throwing hand.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What was the last time? Before you go. Oh, go ahead.
I got Goff getting like 180, yo. Not even 200, yo.
Yeah.
Not
I was
even
going to add
200.
too. Didn't we stop Goff like what was it, 80, 100 yards, less than
I think
100
he had
yards?
78 yards.
He had 78 yards passing, bro.
I think he only double. I think he only doubles that. He only doubles that because he has Cooks in there. So he has another weapon. But other than that, man, listen, man. And you said Dre, he has a good deep arm. I'll tell you what, our secondary plays good deep. The only reason why we get beat is because of underneath routes. Like stop playing that underneath stuff.
Yeah. I think we've only given up. I think it's It's either 4 or 5 plays that are over 30 yards in the air.
Over 30 yards, yeah.
I think we lead the league in that actually.
I think that's pretty good statistically.
That's very good.
Before we move on, Zeke has something to say, but before we move on to that, the inactives was actually out. It's defensive end D Ford, which we all knew, safety Jaquiski Tart, defensive tackle Julian Taylor, obviously quarterback CJ Beathard. Our condolences and prayers to you and your family.
Yes, sir.
Running back Jeff Wilson, tight end Daniel Helm, and wide receiver Jordan Matthews. So those are the.
So Pettis is active.
Pettis is active again this week.
Oh, yep. Okay, Pettis, come on now, give us something now.
All right,
let's go.
So go ahead, Sheik. You had a question real quick before we move to the next over and under.
No. I was just bringing out the Goff. He's under.
With the 78
we
yards.
stopped it. Yeah. I just bringing it up as well.
Right.
But go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so we've talked about defensive interceptions over and under. We've talked about yards for Jared Goff. We talked about rushing yards for Todd Gurley. We talked about receptions for Cooper Kupp. We also talked about touchdowns for Higbee. We also talked about yardage for Cooper Kupp. So let's go with this one here. Let's go. I'm going to bring Will in here real quick. Will, what's going on, man?
Will? Is this D Will? Oh my! What's up, Will?
My player partner, man. My player partner, Will, in this thing, right? What's happening, man?
What's up, Will?
Will frozen right now.
Will is frozen.
There you go.
Will,
there you go.
Y'all hear me? My stuff going in and out. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, your sympathy not adding up. Your lips not moving.
Yeah, you're just frozen, but your audio's good.
Will, what's going on, man?
My stuff going in and out, man. I hardly hear y'all. Like it's going in and out real.
Try to jump out and see if you're connected to Wi-Fi, and then we'll bring you right back in.
Yeah, that usually works when you jump right back in, because I have to do that. Oh man, we got everybody in this thing tonight.
All right.
All right.
That's awesome.
All right, let's see here. We're gonna go with let's go with Ryan again, and then we're gonna go over or under. Over or under how many times you say shit tonight. Right?
Keep on forgetting to put good.
We're gonna go with 3 times. 3 times.
Over, bro.
I gotta take over the match. Sorry.
Yeah, that's you, Ryan. So over or under how many times you say shit tonight?
I'd say over.
Over. All right. All right. That was just a fun one there, guys. All right. We'll go with Zeke here.
Sorry about the language, guys. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Over or under. I'm gonna give you a hard one. Over or under 2 missed tackles for Fred Warner.
Oh man. He has Gurley. Oh man. I'm gonna say fuck. Okay, I'm gonna say under. He's under. Fuck. You know what? Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. He will miss tackles, so fortunately Gurley's in there, so I'm gonna say over. I have to say it.
Over. All right. All right.
Yeah.
That's not hate on Fred Warner.
No, it's not. Yeah, just keeping it real.
I know a lot of people think I hate Fred Warner, but I definitely don't.
It's funny. It's funny how he missed tackles but lead the team in tackles too at the same time.
Exactly.
Well, that's
I want to eat crow tonight, Warner. Let me eat. Let me eat, Warner. Let me eat.
Y'all can hate on him all you want, but that boy is a baller, man. He's got to play tackles, got to cover the running backs and pass coverage. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to do so
normally,
much.
if you're leading the team in missed tackles, you're usually leading the team in tackles.
In tackles, right?
So,
he has a couple sacks too.
Yeah, it goes with it, you know.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's go, Dre. Here, we're gonna go. I got to think of one here.
KB, baby. Give him a KB question.
Yeah, he loves it. KB.
Oh, he does love KB. And I've been
Don't be hating on KB now.
Bro, I gotta apologize to my bro Nick, bro. We didn't win at it over KB, bro.
Hey,
can I talk for like a whole year?
Sorry,
me and Nick. But it's coming from a biased opinion, so I do have to remind people that it's a personal connection with him, with his family and my family. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. I'm very KB biased. I gotta keep it real.
You just shut up and let me talk. No, I'm just messing.
I'm a grown ass man.
Look, man, you know how hard I was on him. I just want players that are going to produce and show up. And I'm with that with everybody on this team. And I've eaten my crow with them. I have come around on them a little bit. So, you know,
but you should. But you know what? You should, as Niner fans, bro. We shouldn't expect nothing less.
Right. And
we shouldn't expect nothing else. Yeah, I can't blame. Yeah.
That's how I've been with KB. Like, look, if you can do it, do it. If you can't, then you can't.
Sit your ass down.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, Russo's trying to get on here too. I don't know if he's on the call.
I only have it's only open for 6 people. So let me see if Will Service is back on.
I could jump off and he could take my spot. It's all good. The TNT brothers need to hang out.
Where's Will?
Will's
right there, he's in here. I just, for some reason, I think his service is low. But yeah, I'll bring Russo on. I sent him the link as well. So, all right, so let's go with this there. We're going to go over under. How do I want to put this? Over under 42 receiving yards for Kendrick Bourne.
I will say, I'll say push, because Kendrick is that guy where he can have 3 catches and it'll be for 17 yards, but he'll have 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Just like we've seen in the Saints game. So I think actually I'll say under. I'll say under for Kendrick. But I do think he has 2 catches that are going to be big for our offense, whether it's a touchdown or first downs. Whether it's a touchdown or first downs. Because on 24 out of his 27 receptions, 24 of them have been for touchdowns or first down. That's just what he does. So I'll say under 42, but they're going to be big catches.
And he gets touchdowns.
Yeah.
What it counts.
Yes, sir.
All right, so it looks like we got Russo here now. Russo, what's going on, man?
Russo,
what's up, guys?
Russo.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
All right, so if you've been have you been watching a little bit so you know what we're doing right now?
No, I was watching like a little bit ago, but I saw you guys were doing some over-unders and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we're still doing the over-under.
Okay.
So I'm just going to jump you into the rotation here, and then, and then we'll let you let everybody know who you are, where you're from, things like that. And then we'll I think I got one more guy, Darren, that's going to jump in. So one of us will hop off or whatever, and then we'll give predictions and score predictions and whatever.
Wait, hold up. That's your liquor collection?
Oh yeah.
I'm about to come over for a drink. I'm on my way.
Let me download it all the way.
All right, so it looks like we lost Ryan. So, all right. So we just did Dre. We said 42 yards receiving for Kendrick Bourne. He said under, but he thinks that he will have a couple yards. with the touchdowns and things like that. I'm gonna mute Dre here real quick just because we got some background feed. So, all right, so we're gonna go Wayne. Wayne.
Hit me, baby.
We've already done offensive line sacks, so we know that the Niners are gonna get over or under sacks allowed by our offensive line, and we're gonna go with 3.5 as well.
3.5. I'm gonna go under. I don't think he gets sacked more than 2 times. I don't think Jimmy G gets touched more than twice, and I don't think Aaron Donald gets a sack. I'll even push that up there. I don't think Aaron Donald gets a sack. I will say he will pressure him. I don't think he gets the sack.
All right. Hey, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with that. All right, so we'll jump over to Russo now. Since I think Ryan is back, but I'm going to bring him in here, and Darren is here as well. I can only bring one of you guys in at a time, so just give me 1 second, Ryan and Darren. Let's go Russo here real quick. Over or under 3 rushing touchdowns for the Niners.
Oh, for the Niners?
Yep.
I'm taking the under 3 touchdowns. Rushing, right?
Rushing. Yep, rushing.
Yeah, under 3. It's going to be 1 or 2, in my opinion, for sure. I think Jimmy's going to have to throw the ball a little bit because they went really, really conservative in this last game, and I feel like it just kind of held us back. And I think when you look at that Saints game, the way they came out, Kyle made an emphasis on throwing the ball, urgency, moving the ball, not like a 2-minute drill, but like there was a pace to the offense. I think that's an approach that we need to take this game, and I could see Jimmy throwing for 2 or 3 touchdowns, and maybe we run for 1 or 2. And I think we're capped at 5 touchdowns this game. I don't see us scoring really more than that, so I'll take the under for a 3 rush.
Okay. Good explanation there. All right. Damn, I just had a really good question for you, Sheik, and I can't remember what it was. What was I gonna say? All right, so over or under
Solomon Thomas? No.
Oh, over or under 1 trick play for the Niners offense?
Over under and 1 trick play. I think over, because like we've been playing last week with the Atlanta Falcons, a vanilla offense that we've been doing, we're due. And I think Kyle Shannon is due to have a freaking blowout, throw the playbook and throw it out there, because honestly, we got to do something, because Jalen Ramsey is on the other side. He's going to be shutting down whoever's on this side, or try to. And then he's not shutting down nobody. Let me correct myself, because we're all going to eat, and I think Sanders, Debo is going to do all these crazy plays, trick plays, all that, man. It's going to be exciting. And same old sorry ass Rams. Go ahead.
All right. Here we go. Next one. Over or under 23 rushing yards for Debo Samuel.
Who's it for?
Dre.
Oh, Dre.
Oh, hold on. I got to unmute you, bud. My bad. There you go. Go ahead.
Man, I'm going Debo over 23 rushing yards, bro. I'm going over, bro. And I think he has 23 yards after contact, bro. That's how confident I am in Debo, bro. Like, there's just so many things. I mean, last week there was a look that Kyle gave where Debo actually came out of the backfield. Mm-hmm. On one of his plays when he carried the ball, he was in the backfield. He motioned into the backfield. I think that Kyle is really going to utilize Debo this week. And I think that he has over 23 yards rushing this week, bro. He always breaks at least one big one a game. That's just what Debo does.
Wayne,
hold up.
Go ahead.
As long as he don't fumble the ball, I had to throw that in
and
there.
the gloves. And the gloves.
That's what my next question was going to be.
That's what catch. Oh, it is. Damn, Wayne. Probably always in sync. God dang it, man.
I was going to say over or under how many times Debo's glove is unstrapped.
Them shits are glued to his hand. He uses Stickum today, yo. No gloves, all black.
All right, so here we go. We'll go with this then. Over or under 7 receivers catch the football today.
Oh, that's a push. Every receiver that's going to line up is catching that ball.
And that's including, I would just say receptions because
that's going to include running backs too. Yeah, I guarantee that whoever Jimmy throws the ball to this week will get a catch. Everybody's going to have a catch. The spread of the offense today will be in full attack. This is not Atlanta. This is the Rams. They will spread that ball out. They got to play mind games with McVay, and they're going to spread out that offense and have fun. And that's the thing that we're not talking about. They're going to go out there and have fun today, guys. That's what they're going to do.
All right, let me bring Darren in here real quick. Darren, what's going on, man?
That's pretty much waiting for the game.
Waiting for the game, man. All right, so you've been watching, so you know we're doing this over-under thing here. I'm going to jump right into you, and then I'll go to Russo, all right? So, over or under 5 snaps for Tevin Coleman?
Under.
Wow. Going with the under for Tevin this week.
Upstairs harder.
What was the question? 5 snaps?
5 snaps for
really?
Tevin Coleman.
No.
Y'all keep sleeping on Tico, bro. Remember, he's starting the game, but y'all keep sleeping on my boy Tico.
He's due, man. He's been due.
He's been starting, and you got to remember, Tevin Coleman had a 4-touchdown performance against the Rams last time they played.
Y'all keep sleeping, bro. Keep sleeping on Tico.
That's why I'm asking. Are we, the success that Tevin Coleman had against the Rams last time with 4 touchdowns, do we see him this week than we
no. Hey, Mike. I mean, my bad, Nick, bro. He had 2 touchdowns against the Rams. He had a rushing and a receiving. The 4-touchdown game was when we played the Panthers.
Carolina.
Oh, that was
Carolina. He beat the dog crap out of Carolina. Yeah, he still had 2 though.
Better games this year.
Yeah, he still had 2. Yeah.
My bad. That was the next week against Carolina. My bad.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna stick with 5, Darren. Gonna stick with under.
Mostert's got the hot hand. Coleman doesn't.
Hey, we're gonna both eat crow, man. I said Warner's gonna miss tackles. You say he's gonna have 5, so I'm gonna eat crow. We're gonna both eat it, man.
hey, if we're eating crow, that means it's a good thing.
Yeah,
if we can stop Aaron Donald from having no sacks, I'm with that too. Shit.
Let's all eat.
All right, here we go. We're gonna go Russo with this one. Over or under 75 receiving yards for Emmanuel Sanders?
Over. Easily over. He's gonna break 100. He's gonna break 100 tonight. And I'll give you two reasons why. 2 reasons why.
He better. He's my fancy.
Number 1, me and Sheik are in the fantasy football championship.
I'm gonna beat you.
Me and Wayne are too.
Reason 2 is because Emmanuel Sanders is basically one of the main focal points of this offense. Our team is unstoppable, and I think Kyle knows that. And I think that he went super conservative last week, and I know he regrets it. And I think that I'm looking at the Rams' pass defense. Jalen Ramsey is not gonna shadow Emmanuel Sanders this whole game. I promise you. They're gonna put him on Kittle. They're gonna move him around a little bit. I could see a semi shadow on Sanders, but he's gonna get plenty of opportunities, one-on-one opportunities, and I have definitely over. I would say over 99 yards in this game for Sanders.
I'll take it. Let's go.
You know who's going to lead us in receiving? Debo.
I can see that. Definitely.
All right.
I think it's going to be a pass game. I really believe I think we're going to pass for more yards than we're going to run for. And I think you're going to see an urgency and an emphasis on moving the ball through the air this week.
Okay.
I just completely see that after that loss. This needs to be like we put everything on film again, like the Saints game. This is a must-win game. You just do whatever you got to do. And I think the Rams have a better run defense and pass defense as well, to be honest. So other than Ramsey, they don't really have much. They don't have much going on.
Yeah. And everybody says, well, they gave up 200 rushing yards to the Cowboys, but the Cowboys have like an $80 million offensive line also. So people got to remember that,
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All
right. So we just talked about throwing the football, right? Russo was just bringing up that he thinks this is going to be a passing attack from this 49ers offense. We've talked about Kendrick Bourne, his receptions. We've talked about the running backs with their receptions. We talked about rushing touchdowns. We've talked about allowed sacks. We haven't talked about Jimmy Garoppolo. So, Sheik, my question to you is over or under 302 yards passing for Jimmy Garoppolo?
I say over by a tad more, maybe 315, because we're going to throw it more. And, you know, for some reason, I think Coleman's going to eat, and Mostert is he's doing his thing. But the thing is, Debo, Samuel, been not there last week. They're been kind of covered. So I think they're hungry, and they definitely want to eat, and they are due. And then the other corner is out in the Rams. Troy Hill, I believe, he's out. So that's suspect, and we're going to eat them because of that. So Debo's it's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo is going to throw it. He's going to do his thing, man. And we're going to all the haters are going to be eating it. So.
All right, so over 302 passing yards. Russo's saying that it's going to be a big passing game. Sheik is saying that he's going to throw over, around 315, maybe a little more than that. Dre, my question to you is over or under allowed sacks by Joe Staley in the number of 1.5?
Man, Dre, stop smacking. Man, stop rubbing your face, man. That boy gave up one pressure last week, and we act like he having a horrible game. Boy, stop rubbing your face, man. Get that man an answer.
Well, he gave up a nasty sack.
He did.
On the first play, bro.
It was one. He got beat by a move. Joe Staley been getting beat by younger guy moves all season.
Wayne,
why we act like we don't know that by now?
Wayne, I was just correcting you because you said pressure.
My bad. You're right.
That's all.
Man. Damn, bro. Who he lined up against? What? Dante Fowler?
And maybe Clay Matthews on that side too.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say a push, bro. I'm gonna say a push. I love Joe Staley, bro. It's just, it's when the ball is snapped. Sometimes it's like Joe is standing still, bro, and that's what scares me. But again, this is another reason I see Tevin Coleman playing more, because he is our best blitz pickup. He is our best blocking running back. And so I mean, this is hard, bro. This is a hard one. I'll say under. Freak it. I'll say under. Joe will give up his one sack. He'll give up his one sack. And Tico is going to be in there to pick up Clay Matthews, and we're going to start countering Clay Matthews' butt too. We're going to stick it out. We're going to stick out some screens for him. We're going to make him get out the backfield and play against his weaknesses, bro. I see Joe giving up one, and then, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be good for the rest of the game.
And it's going to be early. It's going to be
early. It's going to be very early. It might be on the first drive.
He's consistent with that.
A lot of things that Joe Staley's been struggling on, and I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit, but a lot of things that Joe Staley's been struggling on is giving up the inside this year. He's been struggling. His pass pro, he's been dropping back, and he's going to the opposite side just a little bit, leaving the inside open, and that's where he's getting beat. And but like you said, we'll see what happens. I think he gives up that, in the beginning, but he tends to settle in as well. He hasn't had one of those games like where he first just came back off injury to where it's consistently throughout.
Right. Yeah. He gives up that one sack, and then the rest of the game, you don't hear nothing else from that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Adjustments.
Yeah.
Let's make them a little bit harder here, and we're gonna go with over or under 545 yards combined with Wayne.
Woo!
That's a lot.
545. I love my team, but 545
combined. Yeah, combined. Both teams.
Both teams. Oh,
yeah, both teams. It's still not as easy as you think.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna definitely get 400. We getting 4. Jimmy getting 3. We definitely getting 100 on the ground. I just think our defense. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go over though, because I think they're still gonna put up 200 yards. Like that's 600, so that's over 545.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm okay with over. I don't give a. We just need to win. I don't give. They get 900 yards and we get 300 yards, but we put up 90 points. I know that ain't right, but I'm just saying we just need to win. That's it. But I'm gonna go over with that. That's a tough one, Nick. I hate you, Nick. Merry not Christmas, Nick.
Hey, bro.
All right, Ryan is up next.
Oh my God.
Ryan is up next. We're gonna go. All right, let's go, Ryan. Over under attempted field goals by both teams in this game, and we'll go with 5.
5 total for both teams, or just for
both
teams, right? You said?
It doesn't mean made or missed, just attempted field goals.
Okay, 5 for both teams. Man, I hope we just go 2 field goals and the rest are touchdowns. That's what I'm hoping for. Them, hope they stick to field goals and they'll get no touchdowns. That's what I'm hoping for too. So I hope we get more touchdowns than field goals, and they get more field goals than touchdowns. That's what I'm hoping for. So 5, I say no. I go downgrade on that.
Under? All right.
Under, yeah, I'm sorry. Under. Sorry.
I'm with it.
All right. All right, Darren, you're up next, man. We're going to go with over or under. Wait, who's calling the game tonight? I need to know that. Does anybody know?
I don't know. It's NFL Network, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It's probably Troy Aikman. It's probably Troy Aikman and Buck.
Yeah, I know it's not Rich Eisen because he did earlier today, so he's
it's
out.
not Eisen.
Yeah, it's probably Troy Aikman and Buck prep tonight.
All right, I was just trying to think of a question to ask later down the road. But
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. Here we go. It doesn't matter who's broadcasting. Over or under how many times
it doesn't matter.
the Seattle Seahawks name tonight on the broadcast. And I'm gonna go with let's go with 4.
Over.
Yeah.
They gotta bring it up a lot.
I don't understand though. They got one job, right? To get the stuff right, and they still mix us up. Like I don't understand that. Like that's straight hatred right there, yo. Disrespect. That's what that is, yo. That's all that can be.
All right. So he says over 4 times that the Seattle Seahawks name is mentioned tonight on the broadcast.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Sheik, here we go.
All right.
Over or under 2 challenge plays tonight in the game.
Who challenged?
2 challenges.
Oh, 2 challenges. I think each team is going to get a challenge, and I think Kyle's going to definitely do a challenge because the bonehead referees are just boneheads. So, yeah, it's going to be over. I think, it's going to happen. Kyle's always does it. McVay as well. So, yeah, I think it's over.
All right. Dre, let's go with you. Over or under 33 yards for Richie James on returns.
Over. Over. Richie's gonna break one today, fellas. Over. I think.
Man, come on.
We've been waiting.
Hey, Wayne, I gotta get you, Breeze. I gotta get you, Breeze.
You being a homer, bro. That's straight homer, cuz. Hell no. Richie James, he gonna catch the ball, and he gonna be like, I'm going straight to out of bounds, bro. That's his MO. I don't know if Kyle told him to do that or what. But it ain't what
last week he had a few good returns last week though.
He had one for 30-something yards, man.
Yeah, that's over, bro.
Hey, Dre, I'm just gonna go like this on you. He's gonna.
You know what, though? You're right. He had one good run.
Yo, I'll tell you right now, yo. If that happens, I will go kill a crow and eat that junk on right here online, right? Now, if that happens, I will legit eat a crow.
Wait, you know, he said I'll legit eat a crow. Don't do that.
I just put some seasoning on that joint, man. Cook it up like it's chicken, baby.
All right,
Hey, you know we in it.
Here you go. I'll give you that he had the one good run, Dre, but I'll also side with Wayne on this one that he ended up looking for contact instead of running and continuing to run in open field. Like he literally just tucked down and just waited for somebody to hit him on that one good run. So I'm still
but this is a game we need, y'all, and we haven't had. I need Richie to bust one, bro. Just one, bro. Come on, Richie. We need you to bust one. Yeah,
I've only seen one. So
yeah, bro. So we need one, bro. We need all of the big plays we can have today. So, against Seattle, I just want us to physically beat the dog crap out of them.
Yeah,
come on,
we need big
Hightower.
plays today.
Coach Hightower, come on, do something about that. Yeah.
All right, so here you go, Wayne. We'll do this one, and then we'll get score predictions and what we think, and we'll go back after this, all right? And then we'll wrap this show up because it's 7:30. I'm going to try to get something to eat too. But either way, all right, here we go. Over or under?
You got to think for my questions, Joe.
No, I've been thinking, like, trying to pay attention and think of the next question I'm going to do. Over or under 3 punts for the Niners offense?
Under. No explanation needed. Under.
No explanation needed, huh? All right. I'll give this one to Brian, and then we'll go into score predictions. Over or under 45 points total, both teams.
Yeah, Nick, you're breaking up, bud. You hear me? You're breaking up, bud. Sorry. I'm on a parkway, so I'm sorry.
No worries. All right. Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right. Over or under 45 points for both teams?
45. I don't believe Jared Goff. I don't believe it. The way he's been playing this year, no. And for 49ers, Jim Garoppolo, nah. I say under.
Under? All right. All right, here we go. Last part of the segment, guys. And if you're just joining us here, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button.
Oh, my God.
Make sure you guys give us a follow on all of our social media avenues. You can check that out at the bottom here, www.nothingbutniners.com. All right, last ones. Here we go. Darren, you're going to be the first. Give me a score prediction and the win and what you think is going to happen tonight. Total overall.
44-14, Jimmy G with 4 TDs.
Jimmy G, 4 TDs. You said 44-14?
Yep.
Oh, so he's over to 45.
Ooh, let's go.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, Darren. I will take it. All right, so we got 44-14. Jimmy G with 4 touchdowns. I didn't even give over-unders on how many touchdowns Jimmy Garoppolo throws tonight, but that's okay. Sheik, tell me what you're looking forward here, man.
I'm looking forward for a run game and time possession. That's a key thing about this game. But I think Jimmy G is going to be definitely throwing some touchdowns, like 3 touchdowns. Shout out to Emmanuel Sanders because he's on my fantasy, beat Russo. But I think with 27-13, and like you said, like the field goals is going to be in effect. I think Robbie Gould is definitely going to show up, and he's going to be 3 for 3. And Jimmy Garoppolo is going to light up Jalen Ramsey.
All right, here we go.
Niners.
Dre, what do you think, man?
Man, I think this will be a physical game between our offensive line, their defensive line, and vice versa. I think that Jimmy throws for 2 touchdowns, and we get a touchdown on the ground. And I think we kick 2 field goals. So I'm taking 27. I'm taking 27-20. 27-20. Hopefully we get an early lead. I think their last touchdown comes on a garbage time drive. But I think I'm gonna go 27-20.
27-20, a close one.
Yeah.
27-20, close one. All right, let's see here. Wayne, you're up, man.
I got 34-17. Yes, I got us giving up 17 points. But I got us scoring 34 points. Obviously, Jimmy G is going to get his. We're going to get one on the ground, but I definitely think I think Debo gets one passing, one rushing, and then I think of course Mostert is probably going to get the rushing touchdown. It's just kind of like how it's set up because of the way they use Tico, and Tico's kind of like I got to set the run game up, get these guys to blah 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 blah, and then boom, big yards from Mostert. But I do have the defense scoring a touchdown today, so
let's go.
34.
Let's go.
17.
I like it.
All right, I like it too. Ryan, what do you think, man?
Okay, now I'm gonna take that back now, Corey. I'm gonna say us 45. I'm gonna take that back. 45 for us and 17 for them. But no matter what, I think that Jimmy G will throw 4 touchdowns.
Let's
4
go.
touchdowns.
Nice. I love it.
Hopefully your Breida or Munster breaks one for a touchdown.
Let's go. I'll take it.
Hopefully it's over 50 yards. That'd be nice. That would be nice.
That is a good bet. That's a good one.
Yep.
So one last over or under, guys. Over or under, Jose Ruiz says 20 times. NBN says, let's go after the game. Let's go.
Let's go. I'm about to say it 19 times right now. Let's go.
So, look, I asked you guys earlier how many times over or under saying shit. I must say shit probably 50 times. I must say F like 50 times, and I must say let's go like 40 times by myself.
Right.
So that's definitely JTN says over about 25,000. I'll go with that number.
Let's go with that.
I like that.
I'll go with that number. So, all right, I'm going to give my little breakdown here. I also think we scored defensive touchdown tonight. And I also think it's going to be a Fred Warner defensive touchdown. So I'm going to go with the touchdown tonight with Fred Warner. I'm also going to say that Jimmy Garoppolo throws a lot of touchdown passes tonight, but I'm going to say that he breaks the 4 and goes with 5.
Oh.
You're going to give me my prediction from earlier. All right. Okay.
Y'all are probably all going to laugh at me, but I truly think this is going to be a blowout. And I'm going to go with
Let's knock on wood on that.
Yeah. Knock on real wood. I'm going to go with 51-21.
Damn. Oh, so you're saying this going to be a reversal of what the Cowboys did to him last week, huh?
Hey, Nick, what did I tell you earlier, Nick? Tell these brothers what I told you earlier before we went live. I said, after every loss, every 49ers loss, right? And I tweeted this earlier, they go out and play their best offensive game. The last time we lost, we went to New Orleans, correct? Because we lost to the Ravens. Y'all remember, right? We went to New Orleans, and how many points did we put up? 48. 48. Now, with that being said, Nick is saying that we're going to outdo what we did against the Saints from that last loss. You better go, Nick. Let's go.
Yeah. In our house. In our house. Let's go.
I got to bring Mike in here real quick.
Let's
go.
Let's go.
Let's go, Mike.
Look,
right, Mike.
Mike is back. You know, Army mateys. You know how
Iron Mike.
That is my parrot Mike. So you know how we do it. But I see Russo's here. I got to get Russo's thing real quick here. Russo, man, we're talking about score predictions. What do you think the Niners are gonna? What do you think the end of this game is gonna be like?
I got 30-13 49ers winning this game.
Damn, we got blowouts.
I think we come out. I think we come out pretty quick in this game. I think we score first. I think we go down and we get a touchdown on our first possession. And I think we can keep that perfect set of balance. I think it's going to be similar to the last game, but they got Todd Gurley this time. So it's like, while I don't expect Todd Gurley to go crazy, I think he's going to open up their offense, and Jared Goff's not going to throw for 78 yards again, right? We don't have D Ford. We're missing Ronald Blair. We're missing Tart. We're missing some guys, Quan. So, while I think we can do good and we're going to do good, it's going to be a lesser degree of the last game. So I got us, winning rather comfortably, especially in the fourth quarter. So that's where I'm at.
30-13. So nobody,
30-13.
only one person, two people gave the Rams over 20 points. Correct? I gave 21, and somebody else said 20, right?
I did. Yeah, I said 27-20.
All right.
So then you're the only two that are wrong. So you're the only two wrong.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll be wrong as long as you get that.
We'll take it.
I'm the first one to tell you, I eat crow a lot.
Hey, I pray for us to blow their ass out. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I don't care if we playing the Bengals. I'm always nervous because I'm just that much of a diehard fan, and I want us to do good so much, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want us to do good so much, So
This is a huge game. This is a big game. This
is
the game that's going to really tell us what's up with our team right now, because
Yes.
we're like on the cusp of like falling off this cliff, or like, all right, reset. Now it's time to put all our cards on the table. Maybe we've been holding a couple aces back. Maybe we've been, soft playing a little, trying to just keep guys healthy, or don't put it all in film. You know what? Don't worry about none of that anymore, because when it comes down to it, the better team's going to win, the better players, the better coaching. That's all that matters when you get into the postseason. It's one and done. So you just got to be all in now.
Exactly.
And we're gonna celebrate for that playoff berth. We're gonna pop those bottles, man. Get those bottles ready.
Look, I have not been able to take any of my Gold Bar whiskey as a victory shot yet. So I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready for that tonight.
Today
on the overreaction show. I am so ready, and I got another bottle of Crown right here too.
Let's go.
So I'm ready. I am ready, and like I always say all the time with the let's go, guys. All of you guys, I'm thankful that you guys all joined tonight, man. Appreciate you guys coming on. Shoot the shit. Talk some Niners. Shoot the breeze with the breezy. You know how we do it. But
breezy.
Like I said, man, all of you guys that have jumped on tonight, not just you that are here, appreciate you guys' love and support, man, here for MBN. So truly thankful for all of you guys. Man, this is going to be an exciting game. Like I said, I'm going to be saying oh shit probably a whole lot tonight. I'm sure all of yous are as well.
We got this.
I'm going with Jimmy G, like I said, with 5 touchdowns tonight. I'm doing it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm doing it.
Yes, sir.
Put him on the spot.
Yes,
let him do it. He hasn't thrown for more than 4 touchdowns in his entire career. He's hit that 4 mark. I want to see him beat that mark tonight because it's the Rams. I just want to step on their throats, rip their horns off, and that's all I want to do. So we got to do that tonight. I'm sure Mike is probably going to check in at halftime. I'm not sure if I'll be checking in, but either way, I'll be on the overreaction show. You guys know how that goes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you guys want to jump on, if we're victorious, if you want to jump on and take a shot with us, doesn't matter. Just let me know. I'll send you guys the link. We'll get you on, do a shot, victory shot, things like that. And other than that, man, final thoughts. We've talked about, we've already talked about the fact of the scores and predictions. We've talked about the over-unders. We've talked about what we need to do, what we can't do to win this game. Kyle Shanahan has to come out with all gas, no break mantra. Has to. The same thing with the defensive players. No matter who's in there, we got to have the all gas, no break mantra. And we need to, like I said, step on these lambs' throats, slice them up, dice them up, whatever you want to do. And once again, our condolences to CJ Beathard, his family, as well as his brother. Much love to him. And in this sad and hard time for them. And hopefully this team comes out and plays with that heart on their sleeve and that energy for CJ Beathard tonight. And, RIP to your brother, bro. I don't know what else to say. Condolences, prayers with you and your families, and
What's up, brother?
Get things situated over there. So, other than that, man, I appreciate everybody. I don't have anything else. Wayne, you got any other final thoughts, man?
Yeah, man. This is another reason why we're gonna go out there and bust their ass, yo. This one's for Beathard's family, baby. Let's go! Not all day, all gas, no brakes. You heard it. Let's go.
All right, Russo, you got any final thoughts, man? Russo, any final thoughts?
Me?
Oh, yeah. Russo.
I did. Thank you for having me on. Definitely, everybody. Let's just win or lose on this game. I really expect us to win, but we just got to stay faithful. We're in the playoffs no matter what. We need an advantage to win to the Super Bowl or to go to the Super Bowl. So as long as everybody really understands that. But that said, I 100% expect us to win this division. I think it's all, no matter what it comes down to Seattle, we're the better team. We all know that. So, you know what I mean? Let's just stick with it and, just believe. It's all we could do is believe and support our team. So that's what I'm going to do anyways.
Yep. Yes, sir. All right, Russo, I appreciate you, man. I'm going to drop you out of here. Appreciate you coming on, man. If you ever want to jump on again, just let me know. We'll get you on again. And appreciate you.
Peace out, Russo, bro.
Dre, final thoughts, man.
Final thoughts is, man, this is a great platform, bro. I've been supporting NBN for a long time. I appreciate the interactions. It's like an extended family, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I see you guys more and talk with you guys more than I do with some of my own family members, bro. So that's a beautiful thing to have. I see this as a physical game. I see Kyle getting back to the run. I see us smacking him in the mouth, changing of speed, having Tico come in, bang out them hard yardages. And then when we want to get a big play, here he comes Breida and Mostert. That's what we've been doing all year. Also, I see our defense having a great day, besides for a few mental lapses, because we do have some young guys. You know what I mean? And that's just the bumps and bruises of playing in this game. But I am confident that we're gonna get this win and go on to Seattle and do what we need to do. You know what I mean? So let's remain faithful, and let's try not to beat up our guys so much if we do happen to fall in this game. We know the talent that we have. We know how many guys we're missing, but let's please believe me, when Julian Taylor and D Ford comes back in our line rotation, it's going to change things drastically. It's going to change things drastically. So let's be a little patient with our guys, bro, and let's go ahead and get this win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, great, man. I appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
Next time, just let me talk, bro.
Hey, man, happy holidays to all of the fellas, bro.
Yeah, man. Happy holidays to you as well. And
all right, bro.
Hopefully we can get you guys. Depending on how many we have on the overreaction show tonight, like I said, hopefully we can get you guys to jump on and just give some thoughts real quick, and we'll go from there. So
all right,
I'm gonna drop you out. I'm gonna drop you out now, Dre.
Peace. I'll see y'all later, bro. All right,
Chris.
Go on.
All right, Ryan, what's going on, man? Final thoughts.
He's stuck like Chuck.
He's stuck. He froze.
All right, looks like we lost Ryan.
It's all good.
All right, Sheik, you're up, man.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for your time, Nick, and give this opportunity and put this platform for everybody, not just me, for everybody that you do, man. I appreciate Breezy just doing this thing, making everybody laugh, and Nick always depending on knowledge. And thank you, Mike. Just the thing is, we're all faithful for a reason. Faithful now, faithful then, faithful forever. I'm going to switch it up, but I'm just going to say how it is. We are 49. We have 2 games left. We make our own choice in this. We don't have to rely on anybody else. And I'm going to enjoy the game, guys, and I'm gonna just do my thing because I do it to every place I go to. Faithful, hit that like and sub and share, and you guys, we're gonna beat those Lambs because they're the sorry ass Rams, man. Shout out to everybody. Later.
Hey, Sheik, man, appreciate you, man. And if you want to jump on later, let me know. And enjoy the game. I'm sure we'll talk to you again. I talk to you all the time, so. Appreciate you, man, and much love and support. And that's it, man. That's all I got.
Cheers.
All right, buddy.
Yeah. Later, bro. Enjoy the game, guys. Go Niners.
You too.
Go Niners, baby.
Wayne.
Yes, baby. You ready?
It's just me and you now, buddy. Me and you now.
It's almost game time. I got to run out and get Chinese food. But
yeah, listen. I have Chinese food that I got ordered before I started the show, so that's just cold as hell.
You smart.
So, and now it's gonna be all warm, But yeah, man, it was great to have all these guys on tonight.
It felt really good, like to talk to the faithful, like just other than us, like they're so pumped, they're so excited, they have so much knowledge. They make us like they make this so they make us who we are, yo. Like, and I love each and every one of the brothers that got on and those that was like, I'm always following the live comments, man. They are talking, they are chatting, they are interactive. I put out a tweet that this Nothing But Niners family has been nothing but like God sent to me, yo. I've been through a lot, man, and it's just something about like, I shout out to Mike NY to the Bay, like for even bringing me into this, and thank you guys for accepting me and who I am and just allowing me to always be me, yo. But with that being said, Nick, let's go out here tonight and show the faithful and show how we do, even not at the game, how we sit there and represent the 49ers. Take us home, baby.
Yo, guys, like I said, I appreciate every single one of you guys that joined tonight. I appreciate everybody that watches us religiously. If you don't watch us religiously, I just appreciate you tuning in. And make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And like Wayne said, and everybody else that has come on here and said, we're a family, man. We win together, we lose together, we dine together, we fight together, whatever you want to call it. I appreciate all of you guys. Without any of you guys, I appreciate Mike. Mike's out tonight enjoying himself, so I'm holding things down for us. Usually it's the other way around. Mike's at home and I'm out having fun, so kind of switched it up tonight, which is good. But, big shout out to Mike, all the guys, Zach, all the NBN crew, Zach, Scott, NY to the Bay, Steve Mullen doing all the graphics, Stefan, everybody, just everybody, Matt,
Stewart.
If I forgot anybody, Ali, Brock, all of our guys, man. Much love and appreciation to all those guys. So big shout out to all of them. You as well, Wayne. Appreciate you, and like I said, your family as well. So everybody that watches here, man, you guys are all family. If you guys ever need anything, a helping hand, and I can help, or NBN can help in any way, let us know. We got you guys, and vice versa. So I see Ryan pop back in here. Let's see if I can get him real quick just to give us final thoughts. Ryan, what's going on, man? Final thoughts, bud.
Pray to God the Wi-Fi don't come back on me again because I'm outside in 4G. I'm sorry for that, man. I'm sorry, guys. Like I was going to say, there's hope all gets no break. And I hope we just pray to God for no injuries. But hopefully by next week we'll have some of our keyboard. I know Tark's on. I don't think he'll be back, Tark. But I know we got Sherm back and
K'Wan Williams.
Yeah, So I'm really hoping that defense. Hopefully that defense steps up and lights up.
Yeah.
And I was a touch meeting Nick that early on about the touchdown stuff. But I think I gave you my overall and everything. That's Jimmy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 4, and then I know I wanted to tell you something. I know there's gonna be a defense turnover. It's gonna be a big one. I'm thinking there is gonna be. And I think there won't be no last possession thing in this one. No last possession. I don't think it's gonna be. No.
Right.
So, and but I thank you, Nick. I thank you so much for bringing me on here, man. Thank you.
No problem, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you jumping on here. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these things, but man, watch that game, share your pride, show your faith. You know how it is always. And anytime you want to jump on, just let me know. If we have room, we'll let everybody jump on. But appreciate all of you guys. And I'll talk to you later. All right, Ryan?
Yeah, but thanks a lot, man, guys. Thanks a lot, guys.
No problem, man.
Niners.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Niners.
Daniel Brunskill's lining up at right guard, Nick.
Hey, I like it.
I like it too.
I like it. So, all right. So, final thoughts, guys. I know we've been here 3 hours, man. 3 hours. And y'all are still live in here all the way. So, much love, much appreciation to you guys, man. Hopefully, we're doing some victory shots tonight, doing whatever we can do. But, Wayne, man, appreciate you hanging out with me, holding it down with me as always. And that's pretty much all I got, man. So, prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always
remain faithful.
Let's go.
Let's go. All gas, no break.